I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code SpeakEasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. Look, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Sunday Night Football just ended, and it was an amazing game. A very predictable game for one player, one wide receiver on the Ravens, if you will. We've seen him do this time and time again. Look, I'm the large human being standing behind the bar, ready to host this show with you guys. And first and foremost, we got
wait.
Why does it say Cancun Bear?
What's that say at the bottom of the screen? What is that?
Cancun, is that?
Why not come in here to get disrespected? Why not come in here to get disrespected again, bro?
Shout out the guys in the
great
back.
mood. I got my nice little flannel on. I got a haircut, and y'all call me Cancun Bear?
Cancun Bear on three.
1, 2, 3.
Cancun Bear!
Vacation Bear.
You know, y'all don't get introductions. Let's start the show. I'm done. Cut the music. Cut the music. I'm not introducing anyone in here.
To do that?
Shady, Acho, and Trey.
I'm out of
No introductions. Y'all don't get anything today.
I was the only one who had no introduction privileges.
No introduction today. Let's get to Sunday Night Football. No introductions because y'all want to be disrespectful, okay?
It was the guys in the back. We didn't have nothing. We just saw the same time.
No. Cancun Bear on three? You just did that. Don't lie to me.
We have to acknowledge what the screen says.
Yeah.
We can't just see it and not talk about it.
You guys were in cahoots, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
If somebody throws a oop, you can't just watch it sail out of bounds. You gotta go slam it.
So you gonna posterize me?
I had no choice. He threw the lob.
Yeah, they threw the lob. We gotta slam it, bro.
I'm not rocking with it. I'm done with the disrespect.
Come on, loser bear.
Well, just if you do decide to dock his pay, you know where to send it, my dog. Appreciate you, man.
Intro's
No.
So there's stuff over here too now.
What's happening right now?
Yeah, I just
look. We have a show to do, guys.
I'm sorry.
Can we get a show?
Yeah.
Look,
serious injuries occurred.
Yes, serious injuries did occur as Sunday Night Football wrapped up. The Patriots defeated the Ravens, putting them in the blender whenever it comes to their playoff chances right now. The Ravens are in trouble, and that trouble goes beyond just what their record is right now. They also lost tonight their starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson, due to an injury to his back. We have the video right here if you guys want to take a look. It seems as if he, ate a shot right here, a knee to the side. Not really what you want to see your franchise quarterback going through right here. Very unfortunate injury. Question for you guys is, though, as he missed the rest of this game and then also the Ravens ended up losing, is Lamar too injury prone as it stands right now?
Can I be honest? I ain't got no choice, right?
You got to be.
If I am a Ravens fan, there comes a point where you start to be fed up with this from Lamar. And it's not because it's Lamar's fault. Lamar is an absolutely incredible human being, but Lamar gets injured, and when he is present, they don't have a Super Bowl or Super Bowl appearance to show for it. Joe Burrow gets injured, but he's been to a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes just got injured, doesn't get injured, but he's won several Super Bowls. Josh Allen hasn't been to a Super Bowl, nor has he won a Super Bowl, but he don't get injured. So it's also like Lamar, we're going to have to pick a struggle. If you get injured, bet. It happens. Everybody gets injured. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, amongst others. But at least the height of their highs for the team, for the organization, has been Super Bowl. But Lamar, if you not going to get injured, bet. That's okay, but you can't get injured and not go to a Super Bowl when you're healthy. So to me, it's just, there's a point where, like, as a Ravens fan, you have to start to get fed up because he's missed games because of his PCL. He's missed games because of a hamstring. He's missed games because of a back. He's missed games because of an ankle. He's missed games because of a knee. He missed some plays because he had to run to the restroom. He's missed games and practices because he got sick. There's just come a point where it's like, Lamar, What's up? You're not getting any younger. You're not getting any healthier. You're not getting any more flexible or any more mobile. What's up? And also, it's impacting his play. Running yards diminished severely this season. So to me, 2-5, like, it's time to be honest, bro. The injuries and him being injury prone is a real thing.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, you gotta have some type of hope. That's all you got.
Yep.
And the hope is that when number 8 is under center and he's on the field, you got a chance to always go to the playoffs. If you look at all the winning quarterbacks year in, year out, you're going to talk about Mahomes, Josh Allen, and you know who's next? Lamar Jackson. So, yes, I think it's the good and the bad, the gift and the curse. As great as he is, as talented he is, the way he plays, the way he gravitates to your heart, you love to see him on the field, but he will get injured. That's how he plays.
Yeah.
He plays a difficult type of game.
Yeah.
You know, I play with a guy like Mike Vick, and I love Mike. God, Mike was so good. And when Mike was on his game, we was blowing things out.
Facts.
But the way Mike played, Mike got hurt.
Facts.
And he missed some games.
Yeah.
And he going to cause some turnovers because he plays a physical type of game.
Yeah.
So it's hard because you want him to play that because he's so electrifying, and we win because of that.
True.
But then we may lose because he's going to miss some games.
Here's the problem, right? The comparisons to Lamar Jackson, of which I believe Lamar Jackson is better than every player I'm about to name. Mike Vick, his team had their peak success in his third year. He went to an NFC Championship game. Cam Newton, I believe his team had his peak success in his fifth year. He led that team to the Super Bowl. After that, there was not a lot of success. There was a lot of injuries for Mike Vick, for Cam Newton. They peaked early. I would suggest that maybe not from an individual level, but from a collective level, we may have seen the peak of the Baltimore Ravens. The reason I'm saying that is we saw the Ravens have a number one defense in all of football. They won one playoff game that year. We've seen the Ravens have top 5 defense 2 other years in Lamar Jackson's tenures. They've won one playoff games in those years. Now Lamar Jackson's struggling because he can't use his legs as much, and they have a losing record, I believe, for the first time after 15 weeks, and God knows how long. It's 7-8. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Steelers are mustering together wins with a quarterback who's duct taped together. So when I'm looking at the Baltimore Ravens and the legitimacy of their future, coupled with their present, it's just not very promising. Shout out to Lamar because he has won a bunch of individual awards. The problem is Ravens flock and Ravens fandom, they can't collectively celebrate those individual awards. Those individual MVPs live at Lamar's house.
Yeah.
Super Bowl trophies, they live at the practice facility. They live at the stadium. That's the difference right now.
I hate to bring this up, but I think let's go back to Lamar Jackson's contract dispute with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Let's go back to whenever they wanted to sign him for a little bit cheaper. They ended up working it out. And there was concern about, do I want to sign Lamar Jackson to a long-term deal because of the type of quarterback that he is? This was the concern. This season, whenever he was healthy, he didn't really play that well either. And now you have your third season out of your 8 years that you've been in the NFL where you're missing significant time due to injury. And it's the worst season that you had on the field.
Yep.
Yeah, this is why I think the Ravens were hesitant to pay him like a franchise quarterback, like any other one, any other team would. This is the reason why I don't think other teams are going out there trying to get Lamar Jackson. It's tough right now because he is one of the most talented players that we've ever seen step on an NFL football field.
Yeah.
But the injuries, this can't continue to happen. And now it's making me wonder, guys, 8 seasons deep. He's not that young in his career now. Now he's in vet status. Do you think Lamar Jackson's best days are behind him?
Based off analytics, yes. Based on data, yes. Based on anything we can see on tape, yes. Now, if you just want to speak from Lamar fandom, if you want to speak optimistically, and if you want to speak as a friend, I can say no. But if you want to say, okay, who has Lamar Jackson reminded you of? Mike Vick, Cam Newton, playing style Robert Griffin. All of their best days were in years 5 and prior. So from a previous who does he remind you of perspective, best days behind you. From the Baltimore Ravens put the best organization around him as possible behind him. Mike McDonald is now proven to be a phenomenal football coach. He was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens when they were 14-2 or 14-3, and they were the 1 seed. He's currently the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. He's gone. When you think about that team, they had Patrick Queen plus Roquan Smith plus Kyle Hamilton plus a younger Marlon Humphrey. You feel me? The Ravens nucleus of that roster best days was behind him. So if you're really looking at the data, and if you're removing your personal opinion and removing any bias, you would have to say Lamar's best days are more than likely behind him.
I disagree. I'm not being biased. I'm not being a friend. I don't believe that.
Based on what?
Because how good he is, how talented he is.
No.
Right? He's so talented that he can go out there and get another MVP because he's that good. As simple as that. The brother threw the ball better in his later years. Did he not? Last year, was it last year or the year before that?
Last year he went crazy.
Last year he threw the
41
ball.
touchdowns.
Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
All right. So when you talk about the later years and earlier years, I don't care about none of that. I think the guys you named are really great quarterbacks. They not him. They are not him. And I think Lamar can be better. I think he'd be better in the postseason. And I think he's so talented that, I can see him turn that corner. I just don't ever want to put like an expiration date on it because how can you? To say that in his seventh year that he's going to throw the best he's ever thrown.
We're going into 9. Oh, you saying 7 last year. I feel it.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel it.
Like to say that, I'm like, damn, I didn't expect that. So yes, I do. I think Lamar Jackson is that good and that talented and that different and rare. Because as great as Mike Vick was and as great as Cam Newton was, I'm not going to say RG3. I won't even. They not Lamar Jackson.
I agree.
Bro. And it's a nice gap too.
The
And I
difference
played with
is an apple might not fall at the base of the tree, but it ain't going to fall far from it. And at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson might not fall exactly where Cam Newton falls, but he probably not going to fall too far from it. With all due respect to Lamar being better than Cam Newton, Cam got to that Super Bowl in year 5.
But look how. But this is the argument I have with you though, right? Yes, Cam did do that.
Yep.
But if you look at their peaks of when they was really good, it's super small.
Yep.
Mike's is super small. Yo, Lamar is still going. Like right now today, a bad year is all injured. Next year, if I say, you know what, Lamar probably have a top 5 year, what would you say?
Okay.
Them dudes you can't say that with.
Yeah.
They had like 1 year
But let me
or
ask you
2
this.
years. They were
What-
that.
now what-
Lamar every single year can be a top 5
But
quarterback.
what if I were
That's
to
the
say,
difference.
What if I were to say this? Next year Lamar gets hurt again. What would you say?
That's possible too.
Like that's
I'm
kind
gonna roll
of
that, but I'm gonna roll that dice though.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, the gift and the curse. When a guy is that good and God has blessed him that much with that much talent, you gotta roll with that.
True,
And
but
the Ravens will do that. So the difference is with the Cam and the Vicks and those other guys you want to name.
Yeah.
Their time on top was short.
Yeah.
Like leprechauns, that's Biggie Smalls. But it was short time. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When
feel it.
Lamar, he had his
But
window was still
let me
open.
give you this though, 2-5. You know better than I. The best time to win a Super Bowl is when a quarterback
The
takes a pay
Bengals
cut,
on top
like Tom
of
Brady did when
Leprechauns.
Shady won his Super Bowls, Patrick Mahomes, etc., or on a rookie deal. Even if Lamar Jackson is MVP level good, who's to say the team still will be? And that's the other thing we have to
Everything
we
you
have
know
to
about the
address that.
Ravens, they always have a solid roster. Everything you know about the Ravens.
solid, but they
Yeah.
have not had an elite one, and the coaching has been questionable. Like, that's my other thing. Going back to Cam, and I'll be done talking about Cam Newton because we're talking about Lamar Jackson. Cam Newton made sure he said, okay, I got Luke Kuechly, I got Thomas Davis, I got Josh Norman, I'm going to go now.
Yeah.
Because Kuechly didn't end up playing that long. Thomas Davis' peak was only like, and so there comes a point in time where it's like, Roquan Smith is only going to be elite for so much longer for those that still feel he's elite. Several Ravens fans think he's past his prime.
Yeah.
Patrick Queen gone. Thank God, I think Kyle Hamilton probably still has 5 more great years ahead of him. Marlon Humphrey only has so many more really good years if y'all still think he's really good.
That's a cheat and take you just did, though.
How so?
Come on, man. Like, you got like Cam had them guys for 1 year or 2 years.
He had him for about 5.
You can't. So you
And
can't.
he went while he had them.
And that was it? See, my thing is, yes, Super Bowl, I love all that.
Yep.
Go on there, cool. But Lamar's window is bigger and longer, pause, because he's still going. I just said next year, if I say he's going to be a top 5 guy, you would agree with that.
Yep,
These
yep,
other guys'
yep.
windows are so small. You ran on top and short like leprechaun. It was short. Lamar's still going.
Yeah.
And you want to say 8 years and whatever you want to say, just know this. 8 years, 9 years, we still gonna think he's a top tier guy. But that's how good he is.
Go ahead.
I think I'm not going to believe that the concerns with Lamar are on field. You can have a rough season. This is probably his worst season on field.
Come on now.
The concerns for Lamar Jackson for me is the injuries. If he can't stay healthy, and this is the thing though, guys like Lamar that we've seen in the NFL, to Acho's point, they start falling apart because their bodies can't maintain what it takes to play at a high level. Now, on the field, last year, what we saw from him as a passer in the pocket, I think that was amazing. I think that's the Lamar that a lot of people were looking to go to. But also, Acho, we got to have this conversation about the Ravens because Lamar's not the problem with the Ravens this year. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it's close to him being the problem this year. Of course, him missing games is a huge factor, but he has players on his team that sell. When the moment matters most, they stink it up. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not going to mince words. Zay Flowers has shit his pants in big moments multiple times. Multiple times, bruh. Whether it was a fumble at the goal line in the playoffs against the Chiefs, whether it's a drop in key moments. Now tonight, another fumble. And look, I understand it's football. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's always the worst, most inopportune time that these things are happening. Derrick Henry fumbling the ball like we've never seen him do before.
That's facts.
Mark Andrews dropping passes. The play right before the halftime. It would have been crazy.
Hold on, you cooking.
And then let's not even start. John Harbaugh is not the answer anymore for the Baltimore Ravens. They have to. He needs new faces around him. Yes, I still believe in Lamar, but it's time for a rebuild around him.
That's some real talk.
He was cooking, but he forgot some ingredients.
Cooking bear? He forgot some ingredients. Like he flipped
Cooking
them
bear
over
was
and like
cooking?
they fell on the floor. He spilled the milk.
I'm sorry, Marlon Humphrey podcasting while we also losing games.
Because everything Care Bear's saying is true.
Okay.
Add some Lamar to that.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
against the Chiefs,
Lamar
Charles
is funny.
Omenihu sack, forced fumble. Oh, dang. And now you're down 17-3 or 14-7.
That's fair.
Like you got to sprinkle some Lamar to that because the problem is since Lamar has come back from his injury, the offense has been putrid, anemic, disgusting, no show, awful. So everything you're saying is right. Zay Flowers in that playoff game against the Chiefs as well. Fumble, can't happen. Mark Andrews in the playoff game against the Buffalo Bills. Lamar leads you back, can't happen. Lamar also had 2 turnovers in the first half, can't happen. Lamar Jackson over the last 4 or 5 games, offensively, he hasn't been dynamic. He hasn't been explosive. They haven't been dynamic. They haven't been explosive. Marlon Humphrey, you podcasting while getting beat. It's everybody and it's everything.
That's true.
The difference is Lamar Jackson is the $200 million player. Zay Flowers is still on a rookie deal. Though a first-round pick, still on a rookie deal.
That's true.
The difference is Lamar Jackson is that $200 million man. So everything you said was right, and I will not dare disagree with you.
He can't win or lose with you guys,
I
man.
won't dare disagree with you.
It's a lose-lose. Last year, the dude almost won MVP last year.
Yep.
And this the conversation we having because he had a bad year because he's all hurt. Damn.
You got to show up when it matters most, though. And to that point, I will say
Y'all tough,
he
man.
has been. I'm sorry, he's been James Harden. He looks amazing in the regular season. He has all the talent in the world. But then whenever it comes to crunch time in the playoffs, he has not shown up.
Make him rust. Because at least Lamar tries.
I watched James not
even try.
Not try.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
So
it's not lack of effort. Football, you can't really have a lack of effort like that.
I'm gonna make him Russell Westbrook though, because here's my thought process: is Lamar's style of play conducive to winning a chip? Like the thing that pains me the most, and I remember when Bill Polian said that Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver. I watched Lamar Jackson in college because I was a college analyst before ever a pro
Who said that?
Bill Polian.
See what I'm saying?
I remember when he said that, and I sprinted to Lamar Jackson's defense. Yeah. But here's the thing. Lamar Jackson is currently proving so many of the Lamar Jackson skeptics correct. And the reason being is so many people have suggested, can you win a Super Bowl with this style of play? Or will injuries mount up before a championship mounts up? You can have incredible individual statistics. We've seen that. Cam Newton won a regular season MVP. We've seen that. Mike Vick is a cultural icon. We've seen that. Individually, you can dominate with this style of play. But we haven't necessarily seen this style of play be conducive to championship or championships. And that's just an objective fact. Now, to Shady's point, maybe Lamar Jackson will crescendo in year 10. Maybe his team will have the most success they've ever had in year 10. We've never seen it because statistically speaking, a quarterback who doesn't win a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him in the first 9 years, he doesn't win a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him. So Ravens fans, maybe y'all are just going to be the guinea pig and Lamar Jackson's going to go pull a Matthew Stafford and win a couple more Super Bowls elsewhere. But the fact of the matter remains, we just haven't seen a quarterback that plays like this be conducive to team success, and he's proving skeptics right. Individually, Lamar Jackson, you're a Hall of Famer. You're a Hall of Famer.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
How can you say that though? Like Joe Burrow, is he winning Super Bowls? Is he winning championships? Is Josh Allen winning? Are they winning anything? Like we just gonna single Lamar out because
Lamar's better
the way
than
their level of play rises in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the rest of
Do
those
they
guys
got
on the-
championships? I don't hear that bullshit.
Is Lamar better than
Do they
them,
got
though?
chips? They all the same. They all the same boat.
Joe Burrow doesn't have
Joe-
an
they
all-pro,
all-
Shady. He
Joe
doesn't have
Burrow
an
does it
all-pro.
look
Joe
like?
Burrow just threw for 4,900 yards last year, something like that.
Lamar got 2 MVPs.
His second year he threw
And a
for 46.
unanimous, Shady.
Yo, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they all are in that crop of really, really good. Pats up here, they all in that group. Okay, can we agree with that? My thing is, you sing this dude out, yo, it's a lot of great quarterbacks that don't win. That's a simple
No,
math.
no, that's not true. That's not
Okay,
true
okay,
at all.
it is.
Hold on.
Yes, it
Because
is.
winning is what makes great quarterbacks great. Tom Brady's the greatest of all time because he won the most, not because he's 6'5" and was with Giselle
Tom
for a little
also
bit.
got a lot of stats too, though, dog.
Sure,
Got a lot
but
of
what
stats.
made him be greatest is because he won the most.
'Cause he won.
You know
Yeah.
that way better than me. Because I
be
got to
arguing
arguing with
in
you
the
that
big
Aaron.
games.
Hold on, Care Bear, real quick. I be arguing with Shady that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented, and Shady like the dude that only been to one Super Bowl.
Bro,
like you are the greatest because you win.
But I'm saying because you just said that, oh, well, the way he plays the game, that's why he can't win a Super Bowl. And that's bullcrap. It's a lot of dudes that don't play like that don't win. Phillip Rivers is a great Hall of Famer. He ain't play like that.
But
I could keep going on different dudes.
But there are people that play like Phillip that have won. Nobody plays the game like Lamar Jackson and has won a Super Bowl.
I'm just going to the players. I'm not going to guys like you or like him. I don't care about that.
But that's all that matters,
Because
Shady.
where's Russ then? Russ is a scrambler too, right? Does he count?
Russ threw for 40 touchdown passes and didn't run all that much like that.
Was Russ when he won a championship? Was he a scrambler or was he a passer when he won a championship?
Russ would extend to pass, but Russ is not Lamar Jackson running.
The way they play the game,
They did not play the game similarly.
Lamar plays the game a little bit more wild and more flashier. They both run.
They run, but it's
All right,
different.
so I'm gonna ask you is, when Russ won his chip, he was looked at more as a scrambler than this a guy that's out here just dotting you up. Especially back then, they played great defense and they did RPOs all game. Did they not?
I'm not going to compare. Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson don't play the same solid ball.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is Russell more? Is he more like a Tom or is he more like a Lamar? He's a runner. What we talking about? If you ask anybody that played against Russ back then, you played against Russ back then.
Yes, Shady.
Okay,
Russ would throw for 4,500 yards and rush for 500.
I'm asking you though, was he more as a scrambler? I'm gonna run around and then throw the ball.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so Lamar does that too. He run around and throw the same thing.
Shay, you know as
You're
well as
not about to act like because what you saying. This is what you're saying. You saying that since Lamar's a scrambler, he's not a pack.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what I mean,
if I
you
really-
named Cam Newton, you named Michael Vick, and you named Lamar Jackson.
Here's the real of it all, and I don't want to nerd out, but the real of it all, Care Bear, you might find this fascinating. I'm glad y'all
Don't
watching
nerd out because you're gonna lose me.
I'm gonna keep it as G as I can keep it.
Okay, thank you.
Lamar Jackson's passing to rushing ratio is smaller than that of any Super Bowl quarterback we've ever seen. Meaning, Lamar Jackson passes for 3,000 yards and he rushes for 1,000 yards. That's a 3-to-1 ratio. We've never seen a quarterback win a Super Bowl like that. When Russ won his Super Bowl, I believe he was passing for like 3,300 yards and rushing for 400 yards. That's closer to an 8-to-1 ratio. So what I'm suggesting, Shady, is we've never seen a quarterback run to pass ratio as low as Lamar's is win a Super Bowl. We've just never seen it. Hopefully we do, and I hope Lamar can. We've just never seen it.
I just want to talk ball. I don't want to talk these numbers and all this other stuff. These scientific.
Well, ball will tell you too
What
it's
I'm
not
saying,
happening.
when I watched Russ back then, this is why the defense hates on Russ back then.
Yep.
Because you're giving this guy all this credit and people talking like you about Russ, and for real, we played great defense, generational defense, and we ran the ball, and he made special plays here and there, running around. Right.
Yep.
Same thing Lamar does. This is Lamar is way better at it. All I'm saying is you can win a championship in different ways. Russ was more like a scrambler, black quarterback.
Care Bear, pull it up.
Than most. Would you want to show me some numbers? I don't want to see numbers.
Then Shady doesn't talk. Look at the ball. Like,
Bro,
if you don't want to look at the numbers.
I want us to his play. I'm talking about his play.
Here's the thing. If Russ ran for 400 yards and Lamar ran for 1,100 yards, then you have to care about those numbers. Like, if you don't want to talk about numbers for the sake of this argument, but what I'm trying to tell you is...
But even pass numbers all are different too, though. His pass numbers ain't sitting there throwing the ball looking like A-Rod or Tom Brady or Phillip Rivers or Drew Brees, right?
So then if you can... Closer to, but no. I mean, Shady, remember, Russ did pass for 40 touchdowns in a season.
When Russ played for the Seahawks, before the whole Cook stuff, when they were winning championships and compete for championships,
Oh, yeah.
When they had the Legion of Doom, boom. Right?
32, 35.
Right.
Yeah,
All
32,
RPO
35.
work, safe throws. He's gonna run around
But
and break
Russ
tackles
can
and all
sit in
that.
that pocket too now. Don't get it twisted.
Not rarely. It's not Lamar do too sometimes. They the same, dude.
Then they're not the same.
Man, you're not.
the same.
Back
Because
then,
if they were-
you're not gonna tell me how Russell's a great passer.
If they were the same, Lamar wouldn't be winning MVPs. Lamar wins MVPs because he rushes for 1,200 yards and passes for 3,000 yards.
Because a 8-yard scramble for Russ is a 25, 30 yard for Lamar. This is different. I mean, God bless him, way different. This is different. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me a D coordinator, he's game planning for Russ more like a scrambling black quarterback that you talking about.
I don't agree at all. I don't agree at all. I don't.
So they game plan for Russ like a pocket passer back then when the Legion of Boom and all that.
If you're playing Lamar Jackson, you were 1,000% leaving a linebacker into spy. If you were playing Russell Wilson, you are not 1,000% leaving a backer into spy.
Back then, that was his game. I'm gonna scrim around. He wasn't just reading stuff, dotting it up.
Then why hasn't Lamar Jackson won a Super Bowl then? Because Russ has. They both had elite defenses, though Lamar Jackson's Legion of Boom was crazy.
Thank you. Let's get that straight.
Crazy.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's get that straight.
When you had the Baltimore Ravens 2 years ago, #1 seed, then why hasn't Lamar Jackson in 8 years, forget winning it, why hasn't he gone? Because at least Russ, why hasn't he gone? Burrow's gone. Mahomes is gone.
Josh
Why
Allen has
hasn't
been
he gone?
a couple of plays away. Like, it just, to me, the frustration with Lamar Jackson, and honestly, too, with you, Shady, is like, he underperforms based off of what we saw from him during the regular season. The same way a Dak underperforms based off of what we've seen from them in the regular season. I'm not saying he's Dak Prescott. He's a far more talented, better quarterback than Dak Prescott is. What I'm saying is, though, you hold Dak to a standard because he does not perform. He was second in MVP voting in 2023, and what did he do in the playoffs? He sold.
So last year, when Lamar was in the playoffs last year, right?
When he threw interceptions
in the first
red zone.
In the first half.
It does not matter. You're in the red zone. Does Josh Allen throw picks in the red zone in the playoffs? No. Does Patrick Mahomes throw picks in the red zone in the playoffs? Does Joe Burrow throw picks in the red zone in the playoffs? No. That is stuff that Lamar Jackson has done. That's the Dak Prescott type bad stuff that keeps you from winning football games.
I watched Dak the straight lose game, the straight losing.
Yes.
Shady
Lamar Jackson last year, he had a bad first half. That's football. If you guys don't know, that's football. It works like that. Everything's not gonna be perfect. Okay, Bear. Okay. The second half.
Remember that from when we talk about the Cowboys later. Like, okay. Everything can't be perfect, right?
I'm just saying, in football games, bro, like tonight, Derrick Henry fumbled the ball in the first half.
Absolutely.
The second half, you turned it on.
Zay Flowers fumbles it at the end. I'm agreeing.
There's been bad games. I had shitty games in the first half. I got to get it back. I turn it on. So that happens.
That's facts.
Okay, thank you. What I'm saying is Lamar last year, MVP type caliber year, he had a bad first half. The second half, he was lights out.
Yeah, he was rolling. Is
it his fault that his all-pro tight end, probably one of the best tight ends that ever come from the
Ravens?
Ball?
No.
Dropped the ball right in his chest. Not. But you know who's going to get blamed for it? Lamar.
Well, because
you're
Lamar
coming
put
back
him
from
in
a slow start.
Like
You put us in the hole.
Okay, all right.
That's football.
But that happens, though.
If you put me in the hole, then you are responsible for getting me.
And he was getting him out of it.
You're not all the way.
Not all the way.
Remember, even if Mark Andrews catches that, I don't think that wins the game. That ties the game. We acting like had Mark Andrews caught that, the Ravens would have just won this over.
It's momentum, Acho.
It's Josh Allen on the other side, Shady.
He was hot in the first half. In the second half, that Bills, they cooled down. And the Ravens was getting hot. Am I tripping? So they was rolling.
I think you have.
If everybody do their job, we not even having this conversation.
I think you have blinders on for Lamar,
quick,
Shady.
Yo, we keep playing this game like why he ain't going. Because the truth is, the best quarterback that's playing, is in the AFC. And it ain't Lamar, and it ain't Josh, and it ain't Joe Burrow. His name is Patrick Mahomes. He goes every single year.
Except when Joe wins.
So now he gonna miss this year, and probably next year they'll be back. The worst he's ever been as a starter, other than this year, is an AFC Championship game.
Shady, you making excuses for a two-time MVP, bro.
I'm keeping it real.
Here's my thing.
I'm keeping it real.
Pat not going this year. Is Lamar? No. Because they're probably missing the playoffs. Pat didn't go 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Who went? Joe. So the fact of the matter is, and Josh has kept Lamar from advancing twice in the playoffs. Twice. If Lamar got these unanimous MVPs, Shady, if he's that good, I just require, or at least not require, who am I to require? I request and desire more from him.
Yeah,
that's all.
I'll put it this way. I'm not a stat guy, but 7 games for Joe Burrow in the playoffs, 9 touchdowns, 4 picks. 8 games for Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, 10 touchdowns, 7 picks. 13 games for Josh Allen in the playoffs, 25 touchdowns, 4 picks. None of them have a ring, but there's a clear discrepancy in level of play whenever these games are important and playoff games. I'm sorry, it just is what it is.
We got some $100 super chats
we gotta get some.
in the Speakeasy. The Speakeasy going up today. If y'all just tuning in for the first time, congratulations and welcome. Social Trey, get it popping.
Man, listen, so I started off with the $100 super chat. Dominic Scott says, sending love and adding a little to Trey's desk fund. Listen, Acho, Christmas is around the corner. The people want to see a bigger, better desk.
Read the super chat.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Lamar is a great regular season quarterback, but craps himself in the playoffs. Shady, you have to admit, then Russ is more clutch and a better playoff quarterback than Lamar, i.e. 2015 NFC Championship.
Come on, man.
Can't put all the blame on his teammates.
Who said that?
That was Dominic Scott.
Hey, Dom, let me tell you something real quick, brother. Don't let everybody lie to you, man. Because they do that. They're going to lie to these stats and all that, which, you probably don't remember these stats. They show these stats that you can't even remember what game it was. But I'll bring you back to some games. The one year that the Seahawks played the Packers, I can't remember if it was in Seattle or it was in Green Bay. Anyway.
Playoff game?
Aaron threw 4 picks? Mm-hmm. What did they throw? Or the rest threw 4 picks. One of them had a crazy game. I think it was Aaron. Was it Aaron?
Keep going. I don't remember.
Anyway, the game came down to like a last
onside kick.
Oh
yeah. Bostic.
So who's playing? Which one was playing bad? I'm trying to remember.
Bostic is the one who messed up the onside kick.
But who was playing? It was all these turnovers.
Yeah.
And the game came down to the last
NFC
second.
championship.
What I'm saying
Packers
is,
should have won.
Yeah. Packers
right.
should've
When you
won.
playing against a team and they turn the ball that much, you put them away. Russ wasn't that.
Yeah, Russ
he
threw 4
wasn't
picks
that.
in that
Back then, that's why the defense can't stand. That's why they hate on Russ. Because he was getting all this credit.
Yeah.
And who was really holding it down was the defense and the running game.
Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about that. Because the truth is you can't put Russ back then in the same light as Lamar.
Of course not.
You know why? Because they asking Lamar to do way more. We're back then like Russ.
Correct.
Russ
As
did the
they
best.
should.
They asking Joe Burrow and
Hold on,
Josh
hold on.
Allen to do
No,
it
no, no.
more.
And they all do the same numbers. They all do the same thing.
As they
losing.
should. Lamar Jackson's a first-round pick. Lamar Jackson's a Heisman winner in college. Lamar Jackson's a 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous. Don't ask little 5'10" out of Wisconsin, third-round pick, supposed to be a backup to Matt Flynn, Russell Wilson to do what you're asking Lamar Jackson to do. They should ask Lamar Jackson to do more.
So when I bring guys that you want to, so if I take him out the way,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
you saying they can't compare, cool. So I'm gonna bring other guys like him.
Yep.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
They all losing. None of them did anything. So how is it that you give Joe more, I guess, grace? You give Josh more grace, and they all losing.
Because Joe's been. So Joe's been. So let's put him
They
aside.
all losing.
Yeah, but some losing the Super Bowl and some losing the.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
Bismarck.
That's cooler.
You've been to the Super Bowl.
You're a loser.
Shady, you went.
Oh, I don't get praise for going.
So would you rather go or not go, G?
You get her number, you go on these dates, and you never get to home base. That's what we preaching. Is that what we preaching?
Did you get on base?
You on base, and then you just never score. You just never get home to score. Yeah, she get her number. Ooh, go on these, she love me. Go on these dates. You never score. You just never. You in her DM all day, all night, but you never get the phone number. Is that what we praising? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
That's crazy. Listen, I got some more super chats. They've been going crazy. Our boy Jonathan Watson, resident Pats fan, he's always showing love, said they were too young. They weren't enough. They were frauds after losing to Buffalo. Drake May went into Baltimore and let a comeback win. What they gonna say now?
Nothing.
We back to the big show, and they're not done. He followed up with another $10 super chat and then said, May showed he's the one. New England built for this. They're strong for this. Number 1 seed in reach. But if they don't get it, we still have a shot of hosting the AFC championship game. To the haters, stand the heck down. Jonathan Watson going in. He's a big Pats fan.
A big spender?
Big spender, too. Rose said, yo, Pats are nice, but we need to have a conversation about the Pats' strength of schedule.
Yo, you hear today?
We need to have it.
Today on TV they said it's the worst. It's easiest schedule since.
Yeah, it is easy.
They finished in a bad
the
spot
last
last
25
year.
years.
Yeah.
I believe they said that. The last 25 years is the worst schedule ever, or weakest schedule ever. That matters.
It does. It
That
definitely
schedule
does.
is weak, boy.
They said, yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
said,
Is the
Cowboys on there?
so listen, Rose
come on now.
said every team they played was Justin Fields besides the Bills. Will they be getting exposed in the playoffs? Sorry, Bear. run the list down.
Sorry, Barry.
Yeah.
I saw you had the list pulled up.
No,
but
I mean,
it was,
I'll read through it.
yeah.
The Las Vegas Raiders, Miami Dolphins,
They lost to the Raiders.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Carolina Panthers, Buffalo Bills, the Saints. Then they went to the Titans, Browns, Falcons, Buccaneers, Jets, Bengals, Giants. Lost to the Bills. Then they play Baltimore. They get the Jets again, and then they get Miami to close out the year. That's a disgusting schedule.
Here's why I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't want to hear that at all. Because the NFL is about who's the last man standing.
Exactly.
It's a war of attrition.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson didn't lead a game because his mom called and said, you got a homework assignment due. He got knocked out the game. It's not their fault that Joe Burrow was hurt this season. You want to know who's played every game? Drake May this year.
Yeah.
Drake May got hurt last year. So, to me, I will not shame the Patriots because their schedule was bad. It's not their fault that Baker Mayfield's been dealing with injuries this year.
Yeah.
Draft somebody bigger.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, like, I get that the Patriots haven't had a gauntlet of a schedule.
Yeah.
But they finished fourth last year.
Yeah.
They got that fourth schedule.
And
the NFL's all about parity.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
don't care
the
about-
NFL's all about parity.
So I'm just saying, hold on. You don't care about the schedule at all?
I can't knock them because of it. You feel me? I'm not going to be like,
I can't applaud them.
no,
I
but
can't say
here's-
they're world beaters
No,
because
no.
of it. Yeah.
But here's what I can say is, I
Yeah.
can say this. They went into Baltimore, knocked Lamar Jackson out the game, won the game. They went in on Sunday night to Buffalo, white out in Buffalo, won the game. They went into Cincinnati and Joe Burrow wasn't there. You played 3 of the 4 best quarterbacks in the AFC this year.
No.
You played their
Well, like
team.
See, this is what I hate the freaking quarterback win stats.
Okay.
Bull crap.
Yep.
Forget the quarterbacks. The Bengals is a weak team.
Sure.
Bengals
The
are the best defense in the
Ravens,
league.
forget Lamar, they're a weak team. They're losing records. They're a weak team for a reason. Right now, the AFC North, trash.
Yep.
Trash division.
AFC East, the division they're in. Trash.
So, bro, so, and then you play the Bills twice a year. Listen, every year Brady was smokers.
Yep.
All right, smokers, but it'll be close.
Yeah.
because it's an AFC, divisional game.
Of course.
What I'm saying is, I can't give you that. The quarterbacks, we got to start, and you know what? I'm guilty of it too. It was my quarterback.
Yep.
I'm done doing that. We are not about to keep acting like quarterback stats is wins.
I do.
We can't, bro.
That's
I
just
think that-
that's
I think
just my
the-
philosophy.
I
but-
know we went through
carried,
it.
though.
Like,
You get carried.
Hey, but here's my thing: is
Come
this?
on,
Like,
man.
I can't sit here and knock the Patriots for how they've looked this year. Like they beat the Bills.
I can't.
You know what I mean? Like,
Carolina, the New Orleans Saints,
but this is
Tennessee,
for me, this is
For
Cleveland,
the interest of time, we can't.
the
knock them.
Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jets,
Look.
the Giants, the Bengals. Like, bro,
But Shaq, here's the
they're
thing.
playing all the bums.
But here's my
But
thing.
not
That's-
only
that's
that, the
what-
more concerning thing about this schedule is that some of these wins are very close. Like you beat the Falcons by
That's
1
the
point.
NFL, though.
You beat the
Shit, not like this.
you beat the Saints
But
by
what-
6
but here's my
points.
thing. But hold on, Trey. Hold on, Trey.
Some of these games seems is coming back late,
What are
too.
we doing here?
Yeah,
like the
we can't
Patriots
discredit
have the best or one of the best records in the AFC,
Yep.
and now we want to go through and parse through how
Yeah.
they've won those games.
Yeah. Mhm.
The,
The-
Chiefs,
the reason
the Chiefs won every game last year by 1 possession and 1 point.
Facts. And they
But
went
the
to
reason I
Super
say
Bowl.
that is
Wait.
because we have to look ahead to the playoffs. And so the conversation earlier with the coach this year was like, yeah, they're not playing anybody. So when they get to the playoffs, are we going to be surprised when they're a first round exit? No. If the Patriots get to the playoffs and they're a first round exit,
I'd be shocked. Shocked.
But why
I know,
though?
dog.
Some of these wins are not impressive, and they're against bad
But
teams
here's
and
my
they're
thing.
close games.
I was noticing this earlier today. This is fascinating, NFL fans. Is if you go look at the current playoff picture, there are 9 teams in the hunt, and everybody else is already eliminated. Usually, there's about 13 teams still in the hunt in the division.
in the hunt,
Right now, the AFC. Chiefs is already eliminated.
Yeah.
Like everybody's already eliminated. So at the point in which Patrick Mahomes' team is bad, Joe Burrow's team is bad, Lamar Jackson's team is bad, y'all gonna sit here and say he ain't got no notable wins. Who would the notable wins be?
Right.
Had he played the Broncos?
Yeah.
Who would they be? Had he played Justin Herbert and the Chargers? Like, the best teams in the AFC are down this year,
Yeah.
and they happen to have risen to the top.
Yeah.
I applaud them.
That's fair.
The Ravens, y'all shouldn't suck. Fact of the matter is, Roquan out there, Marlon out there, Nate Wiggins out there, Starks out there, Humphrey out there, Lamar Hughes out there, Henry is out there, Flowers out there, Likely out there, Andrews out there. Ravens, y'all shouldn't suck. That's a personal problem.
They do
Yeah.
suck. I'll show they do.
Yeah.
The
They
names
do.
The names don't matter. They don't matter.
We
We like on the field. They're weak. I'm not going. I like Drake May, but yo, when I look at that schedule, see, I'm watching the game, giving all the praise, and they say, "Yeah, man, it's one of the worst schedules the last 25 years. I'm like, huh? So then I go to the teams. They ain't playing nobody that's really good other than a divisional game, which is always going to be a tough one.
Well, I'll tell you why though. That's the way the NFL schedules though. Like if a team was to have a good season after finishing last in their division, it's because they're playing all the other last division teams across the NFL. So you get the boo boo on your schedule. So like it is one of the worst schedules. All the trash teams usually do have the worst schedules because they were trash.
Yeah.
But
Then it's what do you do with it?
Exactly. It just is what it is. Moving forward though, speaking of Drake May, we got to talk about this dude because today, 31 of 44, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 102.5 passer rating, a 70% completion percentage, and at the end of the game, hey, we need you to go 89 yards and win us the game.
Yeah.
He does it. 2-score, fourth quarter comeback win. Drake May goes out there and balls. Should he be the MVP frontrunner?
It's Drake May, it's Matthew Stafford, period.
Josh ain't in there.
Then we can talk about Josh. Here's why. The reason we want to put Josh Allen in an MVP conversation isn't because of gaudy statistics. It's because we always say, well, who's he doing it with? Well, I would say the same thing about Drake May. Boutte, Kyle Williams, a rookie, an older Stephon Diggs, Travion Henderson, who got hurt this year, rookie, Ramondre Stevenson, who's a career backup and running back, or really just a career solid guy. Who is he doing it with? So for everybody that wants to say, put Josh Allen in there, I say put Drake May in there first. Drake May is a king-size version of what Josh Allen is doing this year. Not talking about just who they are over the course of their careers, but that's a king-size experience. Drake May is doing it with less. You watch James Cook. James Cook about to lead the league in rushing yards. One of them ones.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Drake May does not have any of them ones. No ones. None. So what I am saying is, it's Drake May, it's Matthew Stafford, it is everybody else. Now, shout out to what Drake May has been able to do in the midst of kind of the chaos of this season. But boy, hey, it's Drake and it's Stafford.
I would honestly say it's Stafford, Drake, and Josh. Hilarious that's their name, huh? I just realized that. Drake and Josh is crazy.
It's like
that's insane. What do you think, though, Shady?
I go Stafford, I go Drake, then I would go Josh. Stuff Drake May is doing is really good. And I think Diggs is still good. I watch him every time it's a big game, Diggs come out to play. You can call him old and all that if you want to. He catch that ball and he gets open. He runs routes on routes. But Drake May, he looked good. I mean, even tonight, like every time they needed to play good, he played good. And it wasn't all pretty, right? Yeah. He made some mistakes. He threw a pick early in the game, but he kept going, and he kept getting better and better and better, and that's what I like to see. He was driving the bus. He had his foot out the window, right? Yep. Cigar in his mouth. He was doing everything tonight. And, he got dog in him. He was getting hit tonight, too. He was getting up, right? Pressure in his face, delivering the ball. He ran when he had to run. The brother, nice. Drake May going to be good for a long time, yo. Yeah. Josh is finally going to have some competition in the AFC East. Finally.
Yeah. Drake and Josh is gonna go so viral now. I'm thinking about it like AFC East battle, Drake and Josh. Yeah.
The edits are about to be insane.
No, yeah. No, it's gonna take some time to realize. Might have been before after y'all's time.
What are you talking about?
You don't know Drake and Josh is?
Who's that?
No, I've never.
Nickelodeon.
It was on Nickelodeon. Yeah. It was like our childhood.
Drake and Josh was. I mean, he watched mostly reruns, but I caught it live. Yeah.
Whoa, I caught it live too.
Stop it.
2004, bruh. I caught it live.
Wait, what year?
I remember the movie.
They're having the Gen Z off right now.
I remember the movie with
no.
Mr. T was in the movie.
I'm a millennial. I'm 32.
They're having the Gen Z
We know
off.
you old.
Wait, I'm 32.
Don't disrespect me.
I'm lost here. What are we talking
Stay
about?
lost, Shady. Stay lost.
Just
You don't want to be found.
You were real OG.
You don't want to be found.
Sometimes
in
we
this
be having nerd conversation, and it's hard for me to be
nerd.
You said nerd
This
conversation.
isn't nerdy.
This
is pop culture.
This is young.
Yeah.
This is youth.
Y'all told me y'all guys don't know nothing about Goya rice. I couldn't believe y'all said that.
Goya is the brand, bruh. It's Spanish rice that you was
Yeah,
eating.
you're talking about a brand.
Y'all say y'all never had it. Y'all say you know what it was. I wanted to leave. I wanted to
Goya
leave.
beans. I said it in the show. I had beans.
I wanted to get out.
But
of
that's like saying Uncle Ben's.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Uncle Ben's is not the dish. That's the
Yeah.
brand.
But if you said Uncle Ben's, I know who that is.
But if you say
so when
Zap-
I say yo, y'all never had no Goya rice.
Shady, you can't say. You said this. Y'all ain't never had no Aunt Jemimas.
Who?
Yeah,
Exactly. You didn't. Instead of just saying syrup.
Yeah, right.
Maple syrup is what it.
Yeah, it's
nerd out
okay,
again.
Shady. You were wrong, and that's all right, brother. You just.
Bro, don't know. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Sean McCoy not knowing who Drake and Josh is. Y'all were both a part of my childhood at the same time.
I don't know what Drake.
That makes sense though. It was like Shady
like
on the TV on
I
Sunday.
think it was some little white kids, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Drake and
white
Josh,
kids,
bro. That's
what was-
crazy.
Nah, my
That's-
neighborhood, we was looking at like, more urban stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay
Wow.
though.
What you was on?
Okay.
Sister.
Yeah,
Our
like
guy.
normal stuff.
That was definitely before his time. You
I
definitely
caught the
watched
reruns of
reruns
those.
of that.
Get
for sure.
back to
I'm
the
sorry,
show,
yeah,
please.
My bad.
We're doing a sports show.
Yeah, you're
we are
right.
doing a
You're
sports
right.
show. My fault.
That's on me. That's on me.
It's the light skins
That's on me.
today.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
man,
Gosh, okay.
he brought back the nostalgia. Look, we have to talk about my Dallas Cowboys. We lost again. No surprise there. We lost to the Chargers, got dominated in the second half, shut out on offense. Defense, same swinging door that they always have been. We got to hear from Jerry Jones after the game talking about how disappointing the season is. I'll let you guys listen to this old man.
Yes, from what we expected, what we thought, absolutely, we did. We all underachieved, really, and the fact we're not in the playoffs says that for you. But I thought we've done some things out.
Who do you blame for the Cowboys' failures this season?
Matt Eberflus. Period.
Yeah.
The Cowboys' defense by talent isn't that bad. It's just not. You can coach players up. They're not that bad. But at the point in which multiple players are in the wrong, and Matt Eberflus, Cowboys defensive coordinator, it's on the DC. We got 3 games left, and now you want to move from the field to the box? It's too late. Like, the fact of the matter is, the Cowboys had an offense that was capable of winning 11 or 12 games this year. They had a defense that was capable of winning 1 or 2 games this year. And the fact of the matter is, as a result, they'll meet in the middle, and the Cowboys will win about 7 or 8 games this year. It's on the defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, period. Like, and also, if I can be really real, I blame Trayvon Diggs. I blame Trayvon Diggs. Like, your pass defense is that bad, but you're one of the best defensive backs in all of football by paper. You got 10 interceptions. You know how hard that is to do in the National Football League? You're one of the most talented when the ball's in the air. And you weren't even present. And then did y'all hear the report that came out today? He got a concussion because he was installing a
his
TV and like it fell on his head. So I also just blame you for being dumb. I mean, you think about this. If you, bro, to this day, hey, Acho, let's go play flag football. No. Hey, let's play pickleball. No. Hey, let's go play tennis. No. Hey, let's go play basketball. No. Why not? I don't want to get hurt.
You're one of the highest paid corners in the entire NFL.
You don't do stupid stuff to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt, and I don't even make money like that.
Give me $50 in an account on Thumbtack. I'll go hang it for you.
Like,
bro.
so, like, who do I blame? I blame Trayvon Diggs. I blame Matt Eberflus. Like, you can't be that talented and miss games because you were installing a TV, and you missed 4 or 5 games because of a mysterious concussion.
Yeah.
You're too valuable. You're too good. You're too talented.
Nah, it's ridiculous. The Cowboys this year, the worst ranked pass defense in the entire National Football League, the second worst scoring defense in the entire National Football League. They rank, I think, 19th in run defense, and before that, they were outside of the top 25 before the addition of Logan Wilson and Quinnen Williams. Outright terrible season from on the defensive side of the ball. They took you out of games. Time and time again. Obviously, you want some more consistency just all around the board, better complementary football, if you will. But the defense was legit one of the worst in the entire National Football League.
Correct.
And Matt Eberflus can't keep his job after this year.
No.
He cannot. For a multitude of reasons. You continuously put players that have shown they're bad on film on the field to go make plays. Kenneth Murray, I'm looking at you, bro. I'm sorry. It's a weekly thing at this point. The Cowboys' defense is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was. And before the Quinnen Williams trade, I would say it's one of the worst I've ever seen in my lifetime, regardless of team. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's really saving them is the Cincinnati Bengals being generational ass. Like that's how bad they were this year. But Shady, what do you think?
Before I answer, you seem very passionate about this topic. What about after the Quentin Williams trade? How'd you feel about that? Defense, still ass or
the run defense improved over the later half of the season, but pass defense, you're still the worst in the entire NFL. Which Quinnen Williams, he can eat. He's crazy. Him and Kenny Clark are awesome tandem. You see him getting pressure every single week from the interior, but they can't do anything.
I'll say this though: the defense was not that good this year.
Terrible.
They weren't, right? But the offense, where all the money's at, where all the superstars are at, highest paid quarterbacks there, top 3 highest paid wide receivers there. They didn't always deliver. We watched the game today. They played the Chargers. Good team. Chargers had 34 points, I think, something like that.
Yeah, Herbert went crazy.
Cowboys had 14 or 17 field
17.
goal.
Got shut out in the second half.
Did the offense get any blame for that at all? I'll look at you, Fact Bear, first.
Fact bear.
Does the offense get any blame for that at all?
Remember what I called 15 minutes ago?
I remember. I wondered if you
What was
bring
it?
up.
We can't expect what? You can't expect perfection, man.
Yeah,
You can't expect perfection.
Yeah.
If my offense has a down game and they don't look amazing, they're going to lose the game.
I'm trying to be serious here, though. Let me be serious.
let's be serious.
Today, does the offense get any blame for the way they played today?
Of course, in the second half, you needed to be able to put up some points.
There's a couple of games like that where the defense didn't play well and the offense did not play well either. There's a couple of games where George Pickens been great, playing phenomenal. And there's some games, some moments he don't show up.
Yep.
There's a couple games where CeeDee Lamb, great wide receiver, top 3 in my opinion, where he didn't show up, dropping balls and etc. There's a couple games that happen. And like the easy way out is to say, oh, the take is worst defense of all time, blah, 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 Jerry Jones. That's the easy way out. But if you really look at it and you don't look at these numbers, because the numbers is like can tell you anything, and you watch the games, there's games where they did not deliver on offense.
Shady. Hold on. Because if you just watch the game today, forget numbers. You see Ladd McConkey working Trayvon Diggs. Wide open touchdown. And Ladd McConkey swagging in the end zone. If you just watch the game today, you see Quentin Johnson, formerly a bust after 2 years, catching one-handed passes. If you just watch the game today, you see Justin Herbert, 3 touchdowns, 372 yards today. So literally forget stats. Literally forget them. Ladd McConkey on Trayvon Diggs, that's a matchup I want. Give me the 6'1", swagged out, $97 million cornerback over the 5'10" second-year player.
Yeah.
Like, just forget the stats. And to your point, bump all that. Like, the offense has had moments where they weren't good enough. Of course. But the defense is so bad, I can't even talk about the offense. Like,
That's
the
crazy.
defense
That's
is so
crazy,
bad.
So today, because you're talking about the defense for the Cowboys, are you going to talk at all about the offense or no? They just they get no blame.
There's no point. Like,
it's no point.
If you give up 34 to
it's no point.
If you give up 34,
so Herbert's playing because you love to compare quarterbacks. That's your thing.
Yep.
So we're not going to compare the quarterbacks today.
Interestingly enough, they were comparable for the first 2.5 quarters. Like, they were very comparable.
What does that mean? What does that mean? We play a whole game, don't we? What are we talking?
We do.
All
We
right,
absolutely do.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even trying to diss Dak. It's not even about a Dak conversation. I'm just saying, you give the defense all the blame, and they deserve a lot of it. They deserve most of it.
Yeah.
But yo, when you have top tier players on offense, why y'all not delivering? Serious question though, because as much you talk about the cornerbacks for the Cowboys, well, who the cornerbacks from the Chargers?
They got that work. CeeDee Lamb got to 1,000 a day. George Pickens got to 1,000.
Bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
Shady, do you not remember the bomb that Prescott threw to George Pickens back in the end zone?
You talking about
they got that work?
You talking about one half of football, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we watch this whole game. If you telling me that the wide receivers for Chargers ain't that good, and your social media quarterback was going crazy today,
yeah.
Well, why we can't say the same for the Cowboys? Let it be a shootout. Who got the biggest gun? Let it be a shootout. Because when I watch, I don't just look at only the defense. I look at the whole game, the whole team on both sides. And what I'm saying is, yo, damn dog, you highest paid quarterback. Yo, you the top 3 highest paid wide receiver. George Pickens, you about to get a crazy bag. Show up. Let it be a shootout.
Are you saying that
when I played the Eagles in 20, what year did Andy got? 2012 or 2011? We was terrible. Defense was bad. You know what we did on offense, though? Got busy. Yeah, we going to lose this game. DJ going to go crazy. I'm going to do my thing, Matt and Vic, and we going to lose. What's the difference?
Can I tell you what the difference is, bro? I'm going to give you a list of quarterbacks who had their top 3 performance this year against my defense, right? Top 3 performance of the year. Caleb Williams had one of his best passing performances of his entire career against us. Russell Wilson, the Super Bowl champion, had one of the best performances of his entire career against us. J.J. McCarthy had a top 3 performance of his boo-boo season this year against us. Jared Goff had a top 3 performance of this season against us. Let's go ahead. Let's continue. Patrick Mahomes had one of the best games of his entire season this year against us. Bryce Young had one of the best performances of his entire season this year against us. We are trash on the defensive side of the ball. And you can't ignore. I'm sorry. If I'm getting every quarterback's top 3 performance of their entire season, it's going to be hard for my quarterback to match it week after week after week after week. It's not fair. Our defense was absolute garbage this year, and that's the real reason why we were terrible.
So what did I tell you?
It'd be easy to just blame Dak and blame the offense.
We not blame, bro.
You're trying to make an argument that the offense is the reason why, because they have all the money on that side.
I never said that.
Okay.
What I said was, only thing that you talk about is the defense is so trash and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, fuzzy bear. Anyway, and I'm saying if you look at the offense, there's some games where they did not deliver. And you just totally ignore that. And I'm thinking, like, how?
I'm not ignoring that. We have games where we didn't show up. The Arizona Cardinal games.
Bro.
Perfect example.
What about today?
Sure, we got shut out in the second half.
Is that so real
It's
quick,
a 17-game season.
But time out, but that stuff matters though. That stuff matters too though. That stuff matters.
It matters whenever you give up a generational performance to Bo Nix. It's tough.
Social
it's
Trade,
tough,
can
man.
you break it up with some super chats?
Yes,
please.
I can definitely do that. Listen, we got some from earlier. They wanted to shout out 25. They said, "Hey, what up, 25?
Love is love. Love is love."
They said, "What up?" Quote, "Never seen a division round, Bear. What do the Dallas Cowboys say?"
Never seen the conference yet. I've seen the divisional round.
They said, "Here we go." Dakota voice. Hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. They said, "Stop the Lamar talk. Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, and Marlon Humphrey sold this football game. Talk about it
again."
Acho, you've been saying,
Hold
Josh.
on. Lamar wasn't there to sell it. He wasn't there to sell it. He didn't go to war. I'm not going to blame people for going to war and dying if you didn't even you left the war.
But what about if you guys are shooting themselves like at war? Like they
Then everybody got to get talked about.
That's
Go
crazy.
ahead, Trey.
Vera said, Acho, you've been saying Josh better than Lamar for the past 8 years. Don't try to switch it up now and say Lamar's better when it's convenient.
No, I think that Josh is a better. I'd rather have Josh than Lamar.
Yeah.
Josh is always available. Josh doesn't sell in the
Josh is better than
playoffs,
Lamar.
and Josh can throw better. So
Yeah.
I'd rather have Josh than Lamar. However, where I will switch up, if you will, is Lamar got 2 MVPs and one's unanimous.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to Lamar got 2 MVPs and unanimous. So objectively speaking, Lamar's better.
Right.
It's my opinion that Josh is better. But if we were to go to court, I'm the defendant. Your Honor, I present to you 2 MVPs, 1 unanimous.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jury's decided.
Hey, Trey, how many chats we got? I mean, what do they call them?
Super chats?
Yeah, super chats.
We got quite a few to get through.
Before we move on, I just had the nerve to look up Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, though. Are you kidding me?
We can't watch
Drake and Josh
young
was
adult
legendary.
television as young adults. I was a teenager.
I guess that.
Watching
I was a
teenagers
child.
build a treehouse and stuff like that's what's wrong
I
with
was a
that?
child, Shady.
Hold on.
Just because you was old and already in the NFL when that show was airing, new episodes.
when I was
doesn't mean that show was bad.
It's not because of that, brother. At that age, what age was you? How old were you?
I was like, bruh, when Drake and Josh started, I was 6.
I was 11.
Okay,
Shady,
so-
you were almost out of high school.
What I'm saying is, at 11 years old,
Yeah.
I'm not watching stuff like that, though.
You got
not-
a point.
Are y'all
Why
kidding
not?
me?
Yeah, I was watching Good Times, Different Strokes, Three's Company,
Like, what are we? Like, what?
Cosby Show.
You were born in Nigeria.
So you had
I was born in Dallas.
that's crazy.
At 11, 12 years old,
You didn't have y'all get with
you
the
didn't
birth
have-
certificates, man.
I'm watching
I mean,
Martin and stuff like that. Like, at 11, 12 years old?
I watched that too. That don't mean I can't watch Drake and Josh after school. I watched
Come
that
on,
when
bro.
my
I was
pops gets home.
Victorious.
I wash my hands with it. I'm good. Yo, y'all my people. That's just, now I know what's
Same
going
I
thing
on.
watched the
Man,
Jamie
man,
Foxx show.
Victorious-
I watched Martin.
No,
I
no,
watched,
no, no,
but
you
I
can't
watched.
not-
Yeah.
you can't do
You
that.
ain't
watched
watch
Fresh.
both.
Yeah, you can't.
You
Why
didn't
you
have
can't-
both. You didn't have two
dudes-
TV money. I know how you grew up.
Why you can't
You
watch
ain't watching
both?
both at the same time.
No, not at the
You
same
ain't have
time.
two TVs.
Not
Trey.
at the
Stop
same
lying
time.
on YouTube.
I'm
No.
not lying, but
That
I
show
watched
airs
those with my
earlier
pops.
Bruh,
And
y'all
I watched-
don't know what Nick at Night is, bruh? Nick at Night, that's when you saw Fresh
I know what
Prince and
Nick at
whatnot
Night-
So
afterwards.
here's my
It was-
question: did you unbraid your hair when you was watching Drake and Josh?
Had to.
Hey.
And then you
Had
braided it
to.
back when you was watching James
Yeah,
Fox?
had to.
I see what you're doing there.
Was you eating celery with peanut butter?
Vera also sent another
What's your
$20
name?
super chat and
Nah.
said, you saw Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl last year with less than 3,000 passing yards and y'all glazed him. Now you contradicting yourselves. Let me see. What else can I deflect from here? Acho, here's a question for you and Shady. This is actually a really good. He said, who is the team you'd like to GM for this offseason, and what would you do as the GM? As a Hawks fan looking for a better right guard, Ant Bradford is a joke and memes being made about him.
The most fun GM position this year is going to be the Browns. Y'all going to get a hella early draft pick, and you can decide, do you want to go get you Carnell Tate? Do you want to switch up? Do you want to get you a QB? Like, that, to me, I think the Browns have a bright future. They got the most fun.
But your first order of business as a Browns GM should be to fire Kevin Stefanski.
Nah, he's saying that because he wants the Browns to hire him as GM so he can keep Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah. You see, we was bumping this. We was in the
What
same.
about the Falcons? That's interesting, though.
that's
They got
very
some talent. The
Yeah, they
defense.
They always do, bro. They always
I
do.
don't know. Atlanta's cursed, brother.
For the sake of time, get back, Care Bear.
All right, so look, we got to talk about some interesting developments now in the AFC. It came to my attention earlier today. If the Chargers win out, they will take the AFC West and drop the Broncos into a wild card spot. Their final 2 games are against the Texans in that dominant defense, and also against the Broncos at the Broncos in Denver. It's going to be interesting into the season.
I love this.
Are the Chargers proven to be a real Super Bowl dark horse by the way they've closed out the season?
I don't even think they're a dark horse.
Oh,
Jim Harbaugh's built for this. I remember Jim Harbaugh, second year in San Fran. What'd he do? Goes to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh at Michigan wins the national championship. Jim Harbaugh at Stanford takes them to an 11-12 win team. This is what Jim Harbaugh does. I'm focused on Jim Harbaugh. I don't want to get distracted by Acho. You hate Herbert conversations. I believe Jim Harbaugh has made Justin Herbert a winner. Justin Herbert was always talented. Now Justin Herbert is closing. And beyond that, understand Jim Harbaugh plus Greg Roman have unlocked a secret feature for Justin Herbert. Legs. First game of the season in Brazil. Chiefs, 3rd and 15, 17-yard pickup. Today, versus the Cowboys, Justin Herbert on 3rd and 7 have like a 38, 40-yard scramble. Justin Herbert is taking the next step. With Omar Vidal, Omarion Hampton taking the next step. So when I think about what Jim Harbaugh is capable of doing as a head coach, coupled with Justin Herbert and his talent now is materializing. Oh, I don't think the Chargers are a dark horse. Mahomes ain't there. Lamar's not going to be there. Burrow's not going to be there. It ain't a dark horse.
Yeah.
Like, Justin Herbert, you got more playoff experience, as weird as it sounds, than Bo Nix. As weird as it sounds,
They ain't saying
than
much.
Drake
though.
May.
That ain't saying much.
It's not at all.
That ain't saying much.
But
Because I can
there's
see
not much to say.
Because I can see a world, right,
Yeah.
where we're living.
Talk to me, talk to
that
me, talk
the
to me.
Chargers are not the dark horse, and they're the big boys and all that.
Yep.
And Harbaugh's a really good coach, and he's experienced. And your quarterback is superstar, Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Lose to the Broncos. Lose
True.
to the Patriots.
True.
I can see it. Lose to the Texans. I can see it.
But here's the
I can
difference.
see that.
The difference is Chargers are a dark horse to me 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Justin Herbert's second year in the league. They make the playoffs, 9-win teams, 10-win teams. The Chargers could be the 1 seed.
The truth is,
You
I
feel
feel
me? Like, how
I
can
feel
how can they be a dark horse?
You know what it is? I think it's more. I think they all are on the same playing field.
Bingo. That's
Ain't
incredibly
no,
well said.
like I don't know if you're not into dogs like that.
Nope.
But I got the type of dogs where when I go to the dog parks, they are friendly dogs.
Yeah.
But when they get up in that dog park, they let everybody know, yo, I'm here. The real alpha's here. Now if y'all comply with what I got going on, we cool. If not, it's gonna be issues.
Yeah.
And all the dogs in the park, they step the Rottweiler. Okay, cool. Right? There's none of that now, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah,
there's no
yeah.
alpha walking in the door. They're all in the same boat.
Yeah. And if that's the case, this conversation is about to get good. If that's the case, then it comes down to the alphas as the coaches. Because if all the quarterbacks are in the same boat,
And, okay, who the alpha? Hello.
Sean Payton, and then to me it's Harbaugh. Because DeMeco Ryans, I can't suggest that he's an alpha yet. I can't suggest that Mike Vrabel's an alpha yet. I can't suggest that.
Vrabel's not this. Hold on now. He might not be as experienced. He ain't got no championships. But yo,
He's not a big dog. Not in the playoffs.
I don't know, yo.
He's been to an AFC Championship game once. Shout out to him.
With regular guys.
What you think Harbaugh did?
Tannehill, and
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick was an afterthought. He had gangster linemen.
He did.
And he had a Hall of Fame running back. And he had a all-time generational defense. And I played against them. And I know what that feels like. I got 2 ribs still cracked for them boys. So, yeah. What? Yeah. He got me hyped. Because Vrabel, I ain't gonna lie though, he a good coach.
Yeah.
Sure,
He a real good coach.
But if all things are equal,
Sean Payne's up here.
Yep.
And Harbaugh and Vrabel was
No,
yeah,
hell no.
What's he did in the league?
Sean
What's
Payton
he did in the league?
went to a Super Bowl.
And lost. with a generational defense
Shady,
and lost.
Shady.
You don't get
the
praised for
man
losing.
went to a Super Bowl.
I hate that you do that.
That
I
defense
hate
wasn't
that.
even the best in the league that year.
Oh, we not gonna do that.
They weren't. And
Oh,
they were great. They weren't the best in the league that year.
And leave. You will not do
Shady,
that.
I can name that whole defense because I loved them. I loved them. That defense was
We
incredible.
can do it together. There's some gangsters though.
They were crazy.
They had all pro linebackers everywhere. Man, you about to piss me off. All right, you want to go through this right now? Please, real quick, because y'all know your brain. You smart. You know this stuff. They had Pat Willis,
Bowman.
They had Bowman, all pro Bowman. Yo, they had Lamar Brooks on the
On
D
the
end.
outside, 55.
And then they had
They had a white boy that
No,
was
no,
crazy.
not the white
Alvin
boy.
Smith.
The crazy dude that came in trouble
Alvin Smith.
was a dog.
He was killer.
Then they had the best player was the big white boy Justin Smith.
Yeah, he was killer
I
too.
watched linemen knock him over. You know, it's football.
Yeah.
And they help him up. I'm like, what is it? Okay, my bad. Yeah, gangsters.
He was a killer, bro.
They
had Golston. They had
hold up. What's the other big guy on the Pro Bowl player? He got domestic violence, so he got out of there. But he was real good.
with the dreads.
Yeah, McDonald.
Yeah.
He was nice. Then you had Hitler in the back.
Yeah, Hittner.
Man, he's hit.
Oh,
Hitler.
Lord. Yep.
Hitler.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Hitler.
Yep. It's been real.
Hitler. Okay, my bad.
We had a great
Dante,
time.
it was Dante Hitler.
We had like 70-something episodes.
What is it? Dante Hitler.
It was fun, y'all.
Okay.
It was fun while it lasted.
And
I show the guy black. They know I know I'm not trying. He's black. I messed up name. Okay. Hey, Deshaun Ghost is the only dude ever hit me square.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How dare you disrespect that squad? You
No,
crazy?
also Acho.
And Nate Clemens.
They were
to me,
second. They were second in scoring defense that year. They were third.
Second. That's what I said. They weren't the best.
They were
You-
second.
You can't be generational and
The
be second
Seahawks-
best.
the Seahawks were-
Shady was just throwing
it was the
I'm
baby
not
Legion
talking
of Boom.
I'm not
That
talking
was
to you.
the
You
best.
you can't be
They were
generational and be
second
second
scoring
best.
They weren't generational, but
They
they
weren't
were a damn good
generational.
defense.
Shady, you're too
Bro.
liberal with that word.
They might have generational players, but they weren't.
They weren't a
Like Alvin
generational
Smith right back there
defense.
was
So,
crazy.
so hold
yeah.
up. Back then, yo, they was winning games because Kaepernick was weak though. Let's keep it real. Kaepernick never was really like that.
Yeah.
He ran the ball all day. Yo, if you watch, they was allowing like 14 points a game type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
But the point, bring it back full circle. To me, it all comes back to last year, the Chargers had the number 2 defense in football. The Niners had the number 2 defense in football year. They went to the Super Bowl. This year, Harbaugh, running game, really good defense. No crazy wide receivers. He didn't have crazy wide receivers on those Super Bowl teams. Like, to me, the Chargers aren't a dark horse. The Chargers are a legitimate, viable Super Bowl threat.
And I think the conversation should be surrounded around the defense. After losing 35-6, an embarrassing showing against the Jags, they took their bye week. Since then, ran over the Raiders. Nobody was surprised by that.
Yep.
They then forced 5 turnovers from Jalen Hurts in a game. After that, they follow it up by dominating. I forgot who it was, but they forced 2 more turnovers in that game. They go out and they shut the Cowboys' offense out in the second half.
Yep.
That defense is playing exactly the way that they want them to. And Amarian Hampton, since coming back from injury, have y'all seen him?
He getting busy?
He's getting busy.
Yeah.
He's getting busy. He's running physical too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
To me, this playoffs in the AFC is going to come down to defense because all the
Of course.
quarterbacks are suspect outside of Josh Allen. Bo Nix in the playoffs, he's going to be suspect. Drake May in the playoffs, he's going to be suspect. This is his first time. Trevor Lawrence, he's suspect in the playoffs. Justin Herbert, he's been hella suspect in the playoffs. So it's going to come down to, crazy enough, and this isn't going to sound sexy, D'Amico Ryans, Jesse Minter, Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to come down to defensive coordinators and defensive minds. Sean McDermott.
McDermott's gonna.
Like, that truly is what it's going to come down to.
You think McDermott is celebrating now that Pat's not going to be in there? He's got to
hell
be like, dude, finally. Like,
Hell yeah. But I think
chance,
Josh, to me, is the one who's got to be celebrating. Herbert, like, this is the time to go get it done.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
We'll
got,
see what happens.
I got some more super chats.
What's up, G?
I know I'm not trying to slow it down, but look, we got a $50 super chat that said, "I'm tired of Shady arguing like this. Quote, I'm
and me
tired of all
both.
these facts and statistics. I want to argue my feelings and how I feel. Shady, statistics aren't everything, but they are a lot. Football is all about analytics."
Talk about, he said, Shady arguing feelings.
Football's all analytics. Is that what you said?
He said football is all about analytics. That's what he said.
I ain't got a problem with you, bro. I just can tell that you never really,
Greatness is backed up by stats, though.
you never really probably put them cleats on. So I get it, because most people that never put the cleats on, they run to that.
But the first part of his statement, I agree with. Stats aren't everything, but stats are something.
Yeah, they are a lot. That's
Yo,
what he said,
Drew Rosenhaus, probably one of the best agencies of all time. we were looking for a contract, and he was trying to get more money than like Chris Johnson, all these dudes. I said, I'm still young, dog. Them guys are, you know. And we get to the room. He made my numbers look way better than Adrian Peterson's. I couldn't believe it. And we leave the meeting room. I said, how you do that? He said, Shady, with stats, you can make it look like anything you want it to look like. That's a true fact.
Mm-hmm. I think within reason.
Within reason, yeah.
Within reason, you can't make me all pro, but you can do some things.
Yeah.
You can do some things.
Boy.
Yeah. You can do.
We can find your snap count though.
That's it.
That is true.
But this, and the same reason when we talk about Joe Burrow, like last year, like all this great stuff they did, and he threw all these yards, and you say, oh, well, the reason why they lost so much because the defense is bad. And then me and James looked at all the games, and we found out that, yeah, that's true, the defense was bad, but a lot of times when they did lose,
He got outplayed.
Joe Burrow got outplayed.
He did.
Late minutes pick, late minute fumble. But the stats ain't gonna tell you that.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
correct.
I was joking about the cleats thing earlier, but I'm serious about that. Don't let the stats fool you. Tell me, look with your eyes. Your eyes, they work.
No, that's very true. It's twofold. Watching football with your eyes is important.
We got a $100 super chat.
Let's get it!
Man.
Let's
First
go,
time
baby.
$100 super chatter. I can do 413 said Chargers. Duval put that BTA
Yes, they did.
on them.
Yeah.
They did.
And today, Cohen beat both of your alpha coaches, Acho. Trev
you.
has
Thank
Herbert's
you.
number.
Yup.
Time y'all start respecting them Jags.
I respect them.
Beat
Have
really
y'all- have
good
y'all
teams.
noticed, like these
Duval.
fans are coming out of the woodworks.
Out of the
like,
woodwork.
like I ain't heard a Jags fan.
Hey, who dropped the $100?
That was
super
I
chat?
can do 413.
I can do 413. We gonna get to that right now, bro. I told y'all produced the show.
Facts. I do got one more. It's because this.
Another.
Liz,
But we got to get to these Jags.
I
though.
know, real quick. My dad sent a super chat and said,
Uh-oh.
"Wait a minute, Acho. We had plenty of TVs in the crib. My son did not grow up in poverty." That's all. That's all he wanted to say. Hey,
Pops.
I had to get out there. Shout out to Social
Pops.
Troy, man. He
It's
watching
looking
the
at
show.
Pops.
Yeah.
Look at
Pops watching the show. Nephews, Ti. You know
I'm
what I
a
mean? Junior, what up?
screenshot who Drake and Josh is. I'm gonna send the Trey. He gonna send it to you. You gotta explain
Bro,
it. to
this is crazy.
The Drake and Josh slander is crazy. Can we get to the Jags,
Drake and
please?
Josh, it was right after SpongeBob. What are we
Listen,
talking-
every
Come
day
on,
after
bro.
school, you get off the bus, SpongeBob, then Drake and Josh. The TV's already
on
on, you
now.
just watch it.
It is what it is.
Can we get to
All
the Jags, please?
Look, let's get to the Jags. We have to talk about this because Trevor Lawrence over his last 4 games
Cooking.
has been unbelievable.
Cooking.
76 to 125, 1,194 total yards, 14 touchdowns,
Yeah.
no interceptions, and a 4-0 record just to prove Shady wrong after he called him a bum.
Oh.
A straight bum. The apology should be as loud as the
the
continuous hate
disrespect.
and disrespect. These Jags are on fire, ladies and gentlemen. They are.
You know the thing about
Hold up. The question is, Shady, would you like to give Mr. Trevor Lawrence, Mr. T-Law, Mr. Sunshine an apology?
No, I don't apologize. What? This is the problem, though. The problem is you guys are prisoners of the moment. Every time something good happens, you have to jump on the bandwagon. I don't do that. The thing with Trevor Lawrence is this. He's the type of guy where he could be top 15 most trashiest quarterbacks in the league. And then on the very next half of the year, he could be a top 10 quarterback of the league. And it's like, how do you grade that? Because you grade people that's consistent. And he's never consistent. So right now he's on this great run. But if I told you they get to the playoffs and he stinks it up, you won't be surprised. So the problem with Trevor Lawrence is he's never consistent. You can't be a top 10 bad quarterback and then be top 10 best. It's hard to grade.
But Shady, right now, grade Trevor Lawrence with this new coach, with this new system. Something as small, I was watching the broadcast today, something as small as he no longer has his right foot up in the gun. He has his left foot up because Liam Cohen, his offensive coordinator, was suggesting that he's not getting to the drop as sooner. He's not as efficient. Like, to me, 2-5, at the point in which he has a new coach and he has a new offensive mind there, I think you have to assess Trevor Lawrence differently. This isn't Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence. This isn't even Doug Peterson, and I love Doug Peterson. I think Doug Peterson is brilliant.
And Doug Peterson's a really, really good
I
coach.
think he's brilliant.
So Doug Peterson, first of all, not only did he play for Andy Reid, he coached for Andy Reid. So he learned a lot from Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
You're not about to tell me that the reason why Trevor wasn't good with Doug is because Doug.
No.
What
But
I'm
he's
saying is
better now.
good players is going to be good whoever they with.
Okay.
Good players with great coaches, they're gonna look greater. What I'm saying is, I just need to see him be more consistent. That's all. There's no way that you can be to the bottom of the barrel for a couple of games, and then you turn it on, now you one at the top. He does this all the time. Next year, we're gonna be saying like, damn, remember when December he was playing, and then we're gonna be talking about how bad he looked. That's what I'm saying. So my thing with him is, it's gotta be more consistent.
But here, if we're being real,
Okay.
the reason we've been so harsh on Trevor Lawrence isn't because Trevor Lawrence has been awful. It's because Trevor Lawrence was thought to be generational. respectfully, Trevor Lawrence at his worst has been the 15th to 20th best
been
quarterback.
very mid.
Like
He's been above average. He's been above average.
Nah, he's been average.
He has been
He's
average.
average, yeah.
But my point is, he's never been like a bum. He's been a bum for a number 1 overall pick.
And that
greatest
matters,
thing
though.
since-
Does that
Sure,
matter?
Agree.
Okay.
But Shady, if he's been average, now I'm not even going to give him above. If he's been average,
Okay.
and the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, he's been elite, then I have to put him in a really good category. Like, I feel like you're just putting him in an average category.
This is
still.
my thing, though.
His baseline is average.
This what I don't get with y'all, though. You could be average for this long, and then you have a stint where you're balling out, and now you want me to put you like elite? I can't do that. That's why I have a hard time with what's the brother from Sam Darnold. Like, I watch you praise Sam Darnold, and you showing these videos to these people in the world, and they learning, you teaching them stuff. But it's like, yo, he been bad for all this time, and now he has a good stint, and now you praise him. Baker Mayfield, he's another one. Been real average. Now he gets to the Bucs, he's playing really, really well, and it's like you just forget about it. I can't do that because I was always raised and taught you got to be consistent. So when I watch Trevor Lawrence, you can't go from being average and then have a nice stint where you balling. I'm about to just act like you arrived.
But can I say this? The difference in my mind is Sam Darnold has been atrocious. Trevor Lawrence has never been atrocious. Like, Trevor Lawrence has been average. Darnold has been awful.
But you can't be average when they say you're gonna be generational and you so great. In college, all you heard about is how great this dude was. Great hair though, got nice gray hair.
Great hair.
But is he a great player? No. Okay, then he goes to the league. He's generational. Oh no, and you number 1 pick overall? That matters to me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When we go to this draft and you get picked the number 1 player in the whole freaking draft, dog, you can't be average. You can't. You can't.
But what about the fact that the
be
majority
average?
of them are? Like, more often than not.
And guess what? And I grade them the same way. And I talk about them the same way. I got to keep it real.
Yeah.
How are you the number 1? Think about this real quick. All these great freaking athletes in the world, all these great players in college, and you know they said we're going to take you number 1.
Yeah.
And you get to the league and you average, and we don't speak of you as such?
Yeah, that's well said.
Hell
I feel
no.
that.
No.
But go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say, I agree based off of the expectation that came in with Trevor Lawrence. He's not a regular number 1 pick. It wasn't a Jameis Winston. It wasn't a Jared Goff, a Cam Ward, even if you will, number 1 pick at quarterback. It was this is the best prospect since Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning. Yeah, exactly. That's what the bill was for him. I will say this, though, too, not to discredit them off their schedule, because their offense has looked good in these games. Their past 4 games have been, their past 5 games been against the Arizona Cardinals, where they went to overtime. They then played the Tennessee Titans. They then played Riley Leonard after Daniel Jones went down, and Riley Leonard is now sitting behind Phillip Rivers at 44 years old. Then they played the New York Football Jets. Today is where he silenced all of the doubt, though. Today is where that offense really went out there and shined, because this was an important game for the Broncos. The 1 seed's on the line. You could realistically lose some games later on. They had every chance to just go out there, sell, not look as good. Now it's time to actually start having some real conversations about how good this offense has looked and how they've turned a corner, because we've seen so many times that team that surprises you, that makes that Super Bowl run, is a team that gets hot at the right moment. And right now, the Jacksonville Jags are one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the entire National Football League. So I don't know.
I mean, they're the hottest, at least in the AFC.
Yeah.
Patriots are some dogs. They lost to the Bills last week.
Yep.
Broncos, some dogs. They lost to the Jags today. Chargers, some dogs. They ain't won 6 straight games. Like, the Jags, to me, are the hot. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. The Broncos were clearly the best in the AFC coming into this week. Broncos hadn't lost a game since week 3 of the NFL season. Jags went out there and beat them in Denver, and then beat them handedly. I also think we have to remember, Brian Thomas Jr. this year, MIA. Travis Hunter this year, completely MIA. Trevor Lawrence is doing this with Jacoby and Myers. That's a law firm. Like, Trevor Lawrence going out there, like, doing this with Jacoby Myers. He helped Jacoby Myers get $60 million. I think that Trevor Lawrence, because of Liam Cohen, has taken a step. And we saw Baker Mayfield take that next step.
See, this is the thing, man. Like, we speak on Trevor Lawrence like that because his name comes from being the number 1 pick overall.
Yes, sir.
His game, the way his game is, his name won't be as big if you take the number 1 pick overall. So when you talk about the wide receivers and all that, how you know the wide receiver's like, damn, I wish I had this quarterback. Because it goes like that a lot of times. When the guy got the name, they can make them jokes. Like, oh, man, he got, who's it, Jacoby? Uh-huh. So it's funny. How the hell you know Jacoby? Like, man, I got Trevor Lawrence. That's a real thing.
But Shady,
because if you take that away the number 1 pick overall, we do not talk about him like that.
But even if you take it away, and I know you don't care, forget the stats. Even if you take it away, he comes back from behind 28 like skunk in the playoffs, wins himself a playoff game. He's sitting at 26 touchdowns this year, 11 picks. He's won 4 straight games.
You want to talk stats right now?
No, I said playoffs. Forget the stats.
But
he came from behind.
But you give him the stats right now. You give me stats.
The playoffs is no stats. The last four games, those are all wins. Those are no stats.
The first thing y'all showed me was stats of him, right? Am I tripping? The first thing that
what he show? I know what he pulled.
Yeah, the first thing I showed was about him going 14-0.
Right.
Yeah.
I want y'all, when y'all hanging out, y'all too out there, check Gardner Minshew's stats, and I want you to put his stats next to number 1 pick overall.
They're no longer comparable.
Hey, hold up. And when y'all hanging out, get you a steak, lobster, and a nice Pepsi.
How much money you think they
check
have,
it
Shady?
out. Oh, they giving $200 super chats. They got some money. And check it out. It's gonna blow your mind.
It used to. Because of this season, now Trev's turned it up.
Okay.
Yeah, the season he's having this year is far better than any that we've ever seen out of Gardner Minshew.
Don't go back to what we know you to be.
I would argue his second year also was
his second year was special.
His second year was really solid.
Bro, not for the stats, and then what he also did.
Yeah,
like
Gardner Minshew's never thrown for more than 3,500 yards. Like it's
real close though.
Nah, Trevor Lawrence is working on his
third
4,000 yard passing
with
season.
Trev, it looks different. Like this year, Trev has done some things. It's like, God,
you know what? I'm gonna save this date. What's today? This is what y'all do. It's December 21st.
No one's saying he's winning a Super Bowl.
No. We're not doing that. So y'all loving him, right? I can't wait. Cause when he shows up, cause that's what he does, I'm just gonna look at y'all. I'm gonna say, yo, on December 21st, Hype Up Bear and you was just hyping this dude up.
LaShawn player hater McCoy, man.
Well, I'm hating him.
I'm not gonna lie, he would tear down the ball. The player haters ball, he be going crazy out there.
How do I hate? I keep it
he
real.
It's a little bit of hate, bro.
What's hate? What's hate?
It's a little bit of hate.
Why do I hate on him though?
Like, because you're plotting on his downfall. You literally are. You say, oh, whenever he starts assing it up, like I know he will. Let's not give him credit because he's having the best stretch of his career. Whenever he starts assing it up, whenever his down is back, I'm gonna be right there to jump on it. Like, come on, bro.
Fan bear. I'm not a fan. I keep it honest.
That's fair.
I don't know him like that. I don't know this dude.
That's cool.
So what I'm saying is, it's the same thing when a dude is super nice.
Yeah.
And he has a bad moment. He's playing bad. Like
Of course.
CeeDee Lamb. You know what I said about CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah.
That don't matter. You know why? Because he's gonna be back to elite. Because he's an elite receiver.
Yeah.
Ain't no hate. I'll keep it real. I don't even know this dude.
I mean, I hear you.
You can't be bad, right? And then get good, and then you're gonna stay there. Now, it could happen, but 9 times out of 10, it don't happen like that. And when a dude's real good and he does bad, 9 times out of 10, he goes back to being good. You know why? That's what good players do.
I think you can have a bad situation and then be put in a better one, and then you start performing a whole lot better. I think that's what it is. I really do.
You know more than I do.
Can y'all think, Care Bear and Nacho, can y'all think of any examples that counter Shady's point? A guy that was seemingly not good, got good, and stayed good.
The difference is this. Trevor Lawrence isn't not good.
He's average.
He's never not been bad.
He's been not good for a number one.
He's not Sam
pick.
Darnold.
You feel like that's why we're having slightly different
But
conversations.
he's average though. So
He's been average.
So I'll say this.
I would say Drew Brees. Drew Brees.
Well, he was hurting all that with his shoulder.
But even healthy, Drew Brees, San Diego
that makes
was an
sense.
average Q.
Yeah.
Drew Brees goes to New Orleans with Sean Payton, one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of the game. How can you not?
Nah.
Shady, Drew Brees was average.
No. It took him time to get. It took
5 years.
It took him time. Okay.
Trevor Lawrence, 5 years.
He was in a.
Am I cooking or not?
Time out.
It's
The difference-
another one out of Indianapolis.
He was in a super crazy run first offense with the Chargers. Okay. And then he slowly got better.
Shady, I was cooking, bro. Don't try to pour water on my fire.
No, you're not. Yo, they rush his ass out there because they want to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
All right. He goes to a passing offense.
Yeah.
With no great wide receivers.
Trevor Lawrence.
His best wide receivers ever had was Marcus Costa.
Brian Thomas III.
Trevor would never look like Drew Brees.
Don't say that, Shady. Don't say that. Don't say.
I will. You will fire me today.
We don't know.
Trevor Lawrence would never in his life look like. Are you? Yo, Drew Brees is so great First of all, he's shorter than I am. Nobody can see him. All right. Number two, it's a lot of great players I watch play. He's the only quarterback I ever watched. Like, damn, he is super crazy accurate. His wide receivers weren't getting open like that. He was putting the ball only there. Yo, don't you ever disrespect Drew Brees like that.
I didn't disrespect him.
You said Trevor Lawrence can ever even be
I said a
as
player
close.
whose first 4 or 5 years was mid. Drew Brees,
Bro.
mid as hell. 3,200 yards. Forget the stats. He was just mid. Y'all go back and watch the tape. We don't do stats on this show. He was mid.
Through 3 seasons, you would have never said Drew Brees was an elite quarterback.
Ever. And then he gets with a phenomenal offensive mind and he turns up.
Yeah.
That's just an example. I'm not saying they're going to
Okay,
be.
look at Joe. The chat said this.
Because you love to talk about Sam Darnold. I love that.
But Sam Darnold was bad. Like, bad.
He was bad.
I watched you tell me how great the dude was. Oh, he's so good now.
No, I'm saying Sam Darnold used to be bad. Trevor Lawrence has never been as bad as Sam Darnold.
Geno Smith was terrible, should be out of the league, yada, yada, yada. He ends up starting in a good situation, and it helped.
And Trevor was never as bad as Geno.
George Pickens wasn't in any top 10 conversations at the wide receiver position
That don't
before
count.
this year.
The
How does that not count? You're talking about football players, or are you just talking quarterbacks?
We're talking about quarterbacks.
All right.
You good?
I mean, sure.
You got it. You
All
got it. Just
right.
give me my Breeze. I don't care about nobody else. Give me mine. Let me get mine.
That's a crazy one, but I'll give you that one. Anybody else?
Sam Darnold playing at a way higher
Anybody
level
else?
than he used to.
Anybody
No,
else?
you could argue Peyton, but
That's what I was thinking.
Peyton Manning,
That's what I
he
said.
had a rough start.
He was a rookie.
no Peyton.
What the? I'm out.
Oh, Peyton's second year.
I'm
Did he go
done,
13-3?
I can't even talk to y'all about this shit, man.
Let me get my.
If they gonna come at
Peyton
2-5,
also had the generational prospect tag.
if y'all come at 2-5, I
By
need y'all to be
year
on y'all
3,
game.
But he
Figure it
also
out.
had crazy receivers too.
Man, he's crazy.
Actually, nah, I'm
he's
not gonna lie.
crazy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Year 4, he
Yeah.
threw 26 touchdowns, 23 picks.
What are we talking about?
That's crazy.
You, that what you had that in your deck like it was an ace?
No, I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was a joker, but yeah,
Peyton
but hold on, yeah,
Crazy until year 7.
yeah.
He was a second place MVP finisher year 2.
Okay, so Trevor Lawrence. So then had
Trevor
that
Lawrence
breakout
did have
year,
a crazy
second
good year,
and
though.
then, but
Trevor Lawrence with 25 touchdowns, 8 picks his second year. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't a bad
What
quarterback.
did Peyton do that
right
second
now-
year?
Also, he had. Let's
talking
be
about
honest.
Trevor Lawrence and
What
Peyton
number
Manning.
1 pick had a worse first year organizationally than a Trevor Lawrence did?
Nobody.
His head coach lasted 11 games and embarrassed the entire organization.
Yeah, his head
Like,
coach
yeah,
won't
it
be
was
there.
Urban Meyer made a complete mockery of that. Like,
Hey, yo, let me
They
just
saying Steve Young in the chat.
real quick.
Yeah, he never had an
Steve Young?
opportunity though.
Yeah, they just threw him in there.
Steve
Joe's
Young never had
done.
opportunity.
But real quick, like we only, I hate we only talk about the perspective of the quarterback when he's the number 1 overall. When you're number 1 overall, you got to make it work with him.
Yeah.
How you telling me the coach was just like, damn, this dude's super nice as number 1 overall? Think about it though, real quick. It's so, and I don't want to name all these quarterbacks. I like some of them I do actually know, and I like. Let's think about all the number 1 picks, quarterbacks, and everybody keeps saying they need more help. They need this. They need that. What you think the coach is saying though? Because he's like, I got a shitty ass quarterback. He's just number 1 overall. It happens the same way too. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like George Pickens. To answer your question, Bear. When we had George Pickens, when me and Ocho interviewed him, I said, "Yo, man, they say you're supposed to be so nice, but we don't. The world can't see it. Why we can't see it?"
Yeah.
And he smiled at me. You know why?
why?
Because his quarterback was the reason why he couldn't show it. He go to the Cowboys with a good regular season quarterback, and now he's looked at as one of the top, guys in the free agency. So different positions matter.
Can you say,
facts.
okay,
Did you have to throw the
hold
good
on.
regular season quarterback?
Can I
I
even-
caught that. That was.
Can I even mention, like, this year, look at how bad Joe Flacco was with the Browns versus whenever he went to the Bengals. He's put up 400 yards. Like, he looked like he should be out of the league,
Joe
living
Week
on a
too.
ranch right now, raising dogs.
cattle.
Chat wants to talk about the fight.
Yeah.
We
It's time we get
gotta
to it.
talk
man.
about the
It's
fight.
time we get to it. Look, DK Metcalf ended up getting into it with a fan at the Detroit Lions game. This is an insane situation for multiple reasons. One, a fan punching a player, always crazy, but I'm usually siding with the player. Secondly, a grown ass man wearing a blue wig. Just goes along with how crazy this NFL fandom is. As you see, he grabs him right here, ends up giving him a punch as well. This was crazy. Clearly not something that you want to see. Probably a large fine coming for DK Metcalf. But I wanted to know how you guys feel. There's an alternate angle of him as well, though.
To me, DK got to get suspended for a game.
Oh, it depends on what the dude said.
Yeah,
though.
we gotta
Oh
know,
my God.
Acho. We gotta know, Acho. We gotta know what the fans said,
because
bro.
here's my thing. At the point in which DK chose to engage, DK walked over to the fan, grabbed the fan, mushed the fan. I'm not gonna say he punched him. He just grabbed the fan and he mushed the fan.
Yeah, he did muff him,
DK, just down the bench, bruh. You know what fans say to players every single day? You know what people say to us on social media every single day? I don't pull up on your address, find your IP location, and then go start throwing hands. Ignore them. You're playing a game. You're at an away stadium. Fans are going to say crazy stuff. Like, with all due respect, there's only so many things he could have said that would lead you to walk over there, grab him, and then mush him. To me, you have to draw a line. And also, like, DK, for what? You in the middle of a game. Why does it matter what he's saying? You should be so locked in to some degree that what you finna go tussle with a fan for? Like, and the other thing that runs me hot is I'm just tired of seeing this with DK. Like, DK, see a therapist. We all need therapy. Black men need therapy. It's okay. Go to a therapist, please. You poking Quay Walker in an eye in the game. You mushing fans outside of the lines. What are we actually doing here? Like, show some level of restraint, maturation, adulthood, anything.
Yeah. It's definitely not a punch. It's definitely a push. I got the ESPN alert earlier. It was saying that he punched someone in the face. I was like, whoa, there's no way. To me, yes, I do think you have to like be able to regulate your emotions to a certain point. What he said could be crazy. He could have said some absolutely insane stuff because the fan reacted to this muffing by then celebrating afterwards. Also,
Shady, why you laughing, bro?
What's up?
Why you laughing, bro?
Nah, man, yo, he's funny, yo.
What?
He's giving a whole lecture like.
Oh, go to therapy? Is that what it was?
Nah.
Shady done taught me. Shady said he goes to his therapist.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
Yeah, no, he got his degree in.
He didn't get his degree.
Oh no, he studied.
He studied psychology.
He studied psychology. He did some major coursework. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I ain't get a degree either though, Shady. I can't judge you, bro.
But like in all seriousness, like DK has let his emotions control him for the majority of his career. And what I just hate, especially as you start to get older, is like if you don't take control of your emotions are going to take control of you. And DK, how long are you going to continue to let your emotions rule you? Your emotions have gotten you tossed out of football games. Your emotions have gotten you paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. Obviously, you got the money. You've done incredibly well for yourself. Your emotions have you mushing some little dude wearing a blue beanie in the stands.
You know why this is wrong, though?
Hold on. Let's talk about that, though. I hate the fact that this guy at this game is probably yelling some obscenities, some crazy stuff at him. And in any other real world context, he would never be allowed to do that. Nor would he. But he's at a sport game, or he's at a football game, he's sitting front row, and he's yelling all this crazy ass stuff. And now we're talking about DK Metcalf and him as if the fan is the victim in the case. The fan incited this.
The fan is.
No, he's not.
He's
not.
Here's why.
He's not
Here's
the
why.
victim.
Because
He's not the victim.
what is the code of conduct of fandom? What does
There
Care
is
Bear
one.
say? You generational cheeks. You Magic City. So-and-so's a bum. Because he's speaking as a fan. If he was in front of Matt Eberflus, he wouldn't say your defense is generationally cheeks. He'd be like, Coach, like, appreciate what you wouldn't. So, like,
on my soul, I would say
to Matt Eberflus's face.
Yes, I would say, bro, the defense that you had out there was terrible.
But you
might say that, but you wouldn't. I refuse to believe that because as much as people talk crazy to me, nobody's ever said anything to my face.
Yeah.
So like I just and it would be disrespectful. With all due respect, if you walked up to Matt Eberflus and said, "Hey, your defense is,"
I wouldn't introduce myself like that. I would be like, "Hey, bro, nice to meet you."
It's disrespectful. But like that is fair.
Yeah.
But the code of conduct of fandom is to be irrational, ignorant. It's to be a pest. It's to do. He did his job. He did his job.
I can hear that.
As a fan, I want to make the opposing player get distracted, come over to me, maybe get tossed, maybe get a fine. The fan is actually doing better at his job than DK Metcalf it is his job. Let's really think about this. DK's supposed to be on the field, going for $150, 200, and you on the sideline talking to a fan. Fan won here. Score one, fan one, DK 0.
The fan did win the situation.
He did.
Because we're having a conversation about it.
The fan was probably with the fan. He's going to probably can never go to a Lions game again.
Yep. That's what needs to happen.
And that's what should happen.
That's what
we don't know what he said.
It don't matter what he said.
First
of all, there's a million fans in the world. There's only one DK Metcalf. And the thing they have to do is protect the player at all costs.
Yep.
It's the NFL filled with NFL players, not NFL fans.
He didn't do anything.
You don't know what he did. You don't know what he did.
But DK wasn't in danger.
Okay, look, you don't know. Hold on, let me finish. The problem is you giving fans too much room to do all that. Sit your ass in your seat and enjoy this game.
He
and,
was.
And if you he stood up.
Man.
And if you can't enjoy your game, fine. You won't come here no more because we get another fan that'll sit in your seat. DK Metcalf is irreplaceable. He's here for a reason. He's making millions and millions of dollars. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's going to be here. Yep. This is the NFL, dog. This is not this. You can just come here and just do what you want. Nobody here to see you. They're here to see Metcalf. Another thing we need to talk about.
Talk about it.
You want the dude to get all this counseling and all that, and I'm for counseling.
You've encouraged me. Therapy.
But when you start coming at his character, my thing is, that's what makes him. The attitude, the passionate way he plays for fans and for players. That's why he can play all physical and blocks a certain way he does and breaks tackles and scores. That's who he is. I learned that certain players, they need to have that in them. You can't. George Pickens, he gets a little wild, but that's who makes him. Michael Irvin, he gets wild on and off the field.
All fours barking at people.
But that's what makes him.
Facts.
You can't. We are gladiators, dog.
Sure.
And I feel like sometimes you get outside your gladiator outfit and you put your graduation hat on.
Yep.
And no, I'm being serious. You put the glasses on because you can do both.
Yeah.
A lot of guys can't do both, and they don't want to do both.
But don't you think the best on the field have the ability to Michael Jordan, Tim Grover. Have you all read a book? Tim Grover is Michael Jordan's trainer.
Book.
And
now he's a good dude.
Phenomenal dude. And he has this book and he says that controlled anger is the most powerful emotion. Mm-hmm. Anger, not, but controlled aggression. He said, you can do anything with controlled aggression. DK just has aggression.
Acho.
The dilemma is DK doesn't necessarily have his aggression controlled.
Yo, throw that book away. Because this is real life shit.
Okay.
No, real time. Because, like, for Jordan, that works for him. But for Dennis Rodman, that don't work for him. For Draymond Green, that don't work for them. Everybody, this is one thing I learned about counseling. Everybody's different. So what might work for you and Michael Jordan ain't going to work for Dennis Rodman and Draymond Green.
Sure.
If you take Draymond Green and you control his anger, you know what happens? The Warriors don't win championships.
I don't agree. Only thing I'm saying is, Shady,
right.
I'm not saying listen to me for a moment, please. I'm not saying take out the anger. I'm just saying don't hit LeBron James in the nuts in Game 5. I'm just saying don't step on Sabonis' chest in the playoffs. Keep it all, Draymond. Just control, like Brian Dawkins.
No. We need all that. You know what we need all that? Because Draymond had all them technicals that whole year.
Yep.
That's who they are.
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis got hell of aggression. All the aggression in the world. You know Ray Lewis personally. I know Ray Lewis personally. Ray Lewis, controlled. I don't recall Ray Lewis, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't recall Ray Lewis getting thrown out of a game. Controlled.
But see, you keep giving me different examples.
Yep.
Charles Haley ain't controlling nothing. And nobody wins without him.
But then Shady, let me ask you this then. Then what's the point of you going to therapy? Because you want to get better at what you want to improve.
Bro.
You personally, like you want to
LaShawn
improve.
McCoy as the person, but if LaShawn McCoy as the football player was like that, that's who I am. You need to tell these people how it is to turn that switch on. Because if you never play football on this level, you don't know. You got to be two different people.
You're correct.
Where I'm a nice guy, but in the field, I may do dirty stuff because I'm trying to win.
Correct.
Right? And I know you're trying to harm me and I'm trying to harm you. That's the reality of it. Same thing with boxing. Yeah, we cool and all that, but when we get in this ring, I'm trying to hurt you. So what I'm saying is, keep the therapy for you and your kids and who you are as a person. That's who I am.
But even think
when
about
we get in this field, I want Draymond to act like that.
But Shady,
I want Charles Haley to behave like that.
Even think about this though, because you like boxing. A boxer knows I'm not finna throw my hands at the ref. Because a boxer knows eventually I have to control my aggression. MMA fighters, they know I want to kill this person. But as soon as I feel this, I'ma chill. The moment I feel that person tap, I'ma chill. So all I'm saying is DK, between them white lines, go crazy. But like, you don't need to punch somebody and poke somebody in the eye.
So Acho, all right. So you gave me your responses, and I responded back to them. Now check me though, right? Because this is not a debate show, but I'm debating right now.
Yeah, talk to me.
I said Draymond Green. He's a hot head, and everybody knows it. And Steve Kerr said I like that. I let it go. Now sometimes he gets overboard, but I let it go. Defend that. Draymond Green is the type of dude that they need that. I gave you an even better one. Charles Haley. You know his stories?
Haley, yeah.
Okay, so all that anger that they're not controlling, you know what it ended up in? A result of a championship.
Yeah. But can I give you this? Everything you're saying is right.
I'm done.
I'm going to start there. Everything you're saying is right. Everything you said is right.
Good.
But I would also suggest that Draymond's lack of control, you could suggest cost him a chip in 2016. You could suggest Draymond's lack of control cost him future chips because he punches Jordan Poole. You could suggest Draymond's lack of control cost him future trips because it cost him and Kevin Durant to part ways.
Who gives a fuck though? Oh, excuse my language. Who cares? They won 4. They won 4 championships.
But what if you could have won more?
I don't know. I don't do the what ifs.
But
You
Chase,
shouldn't either.
I'm just saying,
They
like,
got 4 chips. He acted like that.
Even
Let's go to Charles
in-
Haley next though.
But
What
can we talk about how this fan was in the wrong though, Acho? That because we've drifted very far
I don't
at this
think-
point.
The fan should be banned for
The fan-
10 years.
and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna use your own logic. So let's say the fan said something very mild, right? DK, you're stupid. Did that warrant his response? No. But let's say DK chose to respond like that, right? But now we set a precedent that we punish DK and not the fan. Now the next fan that comes in, oh, he called him stupid. Well, I'm gonna call him a hard R. Now is that we have to set a precedent somewhere, and I think the NBA does a really good job of this. And they've defended Russell Westbrook, who they know is a hothead, who does not take criticism well, who doesn't take jeering and chants and being slandered from the crowd very well. And they've removed fans and they've banned fans from the stadium for things that they have said. The same way that you said there has to be a precedent set with players being spat on, and we've got to nip this in the bud. This type of fan behavior also has to be nipped in the bud.
To me, though, the game of football exists because of the fans. Our show exists because of people watching.
Yep.
You don't mute everybody in the chat.
Yep.
Right now, somebody in the chat is saying Acho's an effing idiot, and you don't block all of them.
Yep.
Because the price of doing this show is some people are going to say some stuff.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
To me, the cost of admission of that ticket is a fan is allowed to say what they want to say, because then where do you draw the line?
Nah.
DK, you suck. So you can't say that.
This ain't a billion-dollar company right now.
It's just the line is too fine. Now, to your point, you call him the N-word hardy. Obviously, a line has to be drawn, but like, where do you draw the line? Surely Care Bear said some stuff for the game that you want to draw the line there. Man, they some bums. Okay, so we got. Where do you draw the line?
But
Yeah,
he's,
I mean,
he's
the
DK
fan-
though.
the fan code-
the fan don't, respectfully, the fans don't matter like DK matters. I don't care about none of this fan stuff. I love my fans. But yo,
I just don't think you can.
you can't replace the athlete.
So my thought is this though.
The athlete's the reason why they're there.
If you walk up to so any athlete can walk up to any fan at any point in time, and that fan has to get ejected.
Right.
Because that's the precedent y'all are setting.
That's right.
But that doesn't make sense.
It's the truth though. So what they should do is separate it. Have security guys around the joint where you gotta protect the athlete. Nothing else matters.
The athlete wasn't in danger. You like
So what? So what?
So what are you protecting him
He was
from?
offended. Yeah, don't offend the athlete.
His mental
Yeah.
needs protection. His emotional. I'm out here to perform, and I'm out here to
Right.
to do a job and to do a
Enjoy
task.
your food
and you
in the
are getting
game.
in the way of that. Sure, you
That's
suck.
right. That's the point
You
of
suck.
fandom.
You suck is not bad. You suck 500 times. Pause in my ear while I'm trying to focus and play a game, and I'm
That's
sitting on the bench minding my
Bro,
business.
That's the point of being on the road. Like that's when the Eagles won a Super Bowl, they broke down every huddle with "We're all we got, we all we need." That's the point. That's the point. Like the point of fandom is to do what this fan did. I just now
You don't know what he said.
We don't know
know
what he
yet.
said.
He might have said that. You know what?
But truth be told, either way, the point of fandom is, bro. Have y'all been to an MMA fight?
Nope, I never been in that.
MMA fights are the craziest. You hear the most offensive, racist things you ever hear in your life.
Okay.
Go back to where you gave the coronavirus. Like, I was hearing some stuff like,
There's no union. There's no union.
UFC
Why?
is like
There's no
right-wing
union.
fans,
UFC is like,
There's no union over there.
but I'm not talking about a union.
But I'm saying, but if you guys are a union that care about the players, because they don't care about their fighters, we care about our players. So we're not gonna have all that.
all I'm saying is,
there is a fan code of conduct agreed to upon every fan that enters that stadium with a ticket.
Purchase a ticket.
Yeah.
Anyone that purchases a ticket.
That's
Like,
right.
At the end of the day, they do have to adhere to something, which is
Agreed.
why the NFL and these stadiums reserve the right to kick these fans
let
out
me
at
ask
any
y'all
given
this, though.
time.
Kick their ass out.
Because the other thing is, your reputation precedes you. Are we surprised it was DK? That's my thing. Like,
No,
this to
I
say,
don't like where that. I
How
don't
can
like
you not?
that. I don't
DK
like
poked
that.
Quay Walker, who he had in the show, in the eye.
That's football.
I'm not suggesting that this is like DK
Yeah.
Metcalf. I'm saying, like, I ain't seen Quay Walker get poked in the eye by anybody else all season. I ain't seen anybody else poke anybody else in the eye all season. So
it happens,
you ain't
though.
gotta like it, you ain't gotta not like it. But like, the fact of the matter is, if it's somebody who is this season has a track record of being emotionally volatile, then I have to treat it differently. Everybody does that. You do that in your relationships. You do that with your kid. Judicial system does it. We do it on the show. If you're late, I'm not texting you. If Shady's late, I'm texting him because I'm more concerned about Shady getting here on time.
Okay, so
Everybody's track record speaks to how you address them and how you deal with them.
Okay.
So DK Metcalf's track record leads me to believe, I don't know if the fans said anything crazy. Because DK's gotten more upset for less.
Why you care with the fan? But this is my thing. Why you care so much more about the fan than the player?
I don't. I'm just saying DK escalated this.
But But the player matters more. It's the NFL.
I'll concede that. Players. I'll concede that to you, Acho. Yeah, go ahead, Shay.
It's 1,000 fans in the world. It's only one DK Metcalf. So why do you care more about the fan?
I don't. All I care is this. DK, just don't escalate the situation.
But if he felt like doing that, because I don't like what the fans saying, because we know what he said. Well, and he said something too crazy, I'm gonna address it. My thing is, why do you care so much about
time?
Yeah, DK's reputation doesn't matter.
I'm gonna call timeout though. I'm gonna call timeout. There is Shady. If you're at a game and there's someone really bothering you and they're saying asinine stuff to you, you're LaShawn McCoy. You can go talk to someone and you can get that person removed. DK could have done the same.
What if I want to do it myself though?
I mean, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you. I hear you standing. I hear you standing on your respect as a man. I get that.
He's a little different.
But also
than
at the same time,
like,
you have to understand where you are, who you are at that moment, and what's at stake.
What's at stake?
What
man?
A fine, a game suspension.
He ain't worried about no. He ain't not gonna.
No, I mean like
DK Metcalf don't get paid to control his emotions toward fans. He gets paid to play the game of football and get within them lines and perform and do his job well.
Okay, hold up.
I shouldn't have to deal with
he's
somebody.
He's a superstar of the Steelers. When you're talking about some fans,
then go ask someone to remove that fan. You can literally go ask someone to go.
You know what's gonna happen? The fan's ass is gonna be suspended. He's never gonna be out. He's gonna be banned for all lying games.
So now that fan gets removed, and now the next one walks down and he starts doing the same thing. Now I gotta ask to get him removed. Now he gets removed. Now the next fan comes down and he starts doing the same thing.
So DK, you gonna go grab every fan that says whatever he said?
No, because I don't need to. I'm gonna grab one, and the rest of them gonna leave me the hell alone.
Because if I can get your attention like that for talking, you know what I'm gonna do? Talk.
Yep.
If every time I say DK, you're a blank, you gonna come over and grab me? Hey, we got 80,000 fans. Y'all just rotate. DK never getting on the field.
That's not what's gonna happen.
He's just gonna be sitting here
I
grabbing fans every time.
I'm going over there trying to get
But that's why the NFL has to step in and say, you know what, the fans are wrong. We have to make an excuse because the last thing I'm gonna do, that ticket made probably at least $800 to $1,000. I'm not spending that to risk getting kicked out, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Trey's right. You know what's gonna happen? The NFL is gonna protect the player because that's who really matters.
Yep.
When Devontae Adams got in trouble, the dude tried to sue Devontae. He said he ran into him, whatever. They had a little scuffle. From now on, I don't know if you noticed or not, everybody can't be on the sideline like that. Even the camera people. It don't happen like that no more.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is, from now on, they're going to have security guards. They're going to pay extra security guards to be around the arena, and you can't even talk to the players. That's how it should be. You know why, Acho? Because the players matter most.
Yeah.
I just find it.
It's the NFL, man.
I just as a man, my hope for other men is that you could control your emotions. Even if you're more emotional, less emotional. I'm an emotional dude. But my hope is that you can control them. That's just my hope for men in general. Because the fact of the matter remains, DK, people are going to continue to say things to you. And DK, this has been throughout the course of your career, not being able to control your emotions. So just my hope for every man, for every human is just like, learn how to regulate as best as possible your emotions.
Yeah,
like,
what about for your job, though? See, I agree with that, too, though. But outside of sports, I want the dudes to not control your emotions when you're on the football field and when you're in the basketball court. Because some dudes, they need that. I just gave you like 4 examples of dudes. I don't want them dudes to control their anger. Matter of fact, get more angry. Be angry as shit.
I can't say that though.
All right, well,
I can't say that. And the reason why I can't say that is if this altercation happened on the street, right? DK's out with his family chilling. Somebody says some smart stuff. He goes up to him. He smacks him in the face. Then it's like, okay, cool. You're gonna get sued. He's not really even caring about that. It's a little bit of money. I'm saying the same thing can happen in this though. Listen to me, Shady. If the standard then, of course, people aren't gonna go up and want to get smacked. But now, I make so much money, I don't even really care about getting smacked. I make so much money, I don't even give a crap about being fined or missing a game. Now, other fans are gonna come do the same thing. I think it sets a just as dangerous of a precedent. You know who you don't mess with? The dude that doesn't care.
Correct.
The dude that does not care.
The dude
the opposite of hate, or the opposite of love is not hatred. It's indifference.
Yeah.
It's literally just letting it go.
Completely indifference.
I get it. Saying some crazy stuff. Sometimes you do deserve to get smacked. I get it. I get it.
But I also
at the same time,
I don't know. Like, and again, we all different. I'm finna throw hands because he called me whatever. Okay. He called me this. Am I in imminent danger? Is somebody I love in imminent danger? No. We Gucci.
I'm making $33 million this year to catch a football.
The other thing is like,
and you up there in blue hair. I win.
It's over. It's not a contest. Like it's not a.
Y'all talking. Y'all not talking like the athlete here.
I don't know that I want to because I'm trying to talk like somebody that wants the best from the athlete because we don't have to do this because like Shady don't call me the cops. Look up every person who Shady mentioned off the field. They have some regrettable moments that they'd probably like to take back.
That's everybody
because of anger.
That's everybody.
Not
that's
because
everybody.
of anger. Not anger motivated.
Listen,
Shady.
bro. If I did something wrong from anger or not anger, if you did something wrong from anger or not anger, it's still we doing something wrong. I don't care what it's about. But what I'm talking about is you talking about like on some everyday life. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, and this pertains to football on the field at his job. Carry that attitude. Did you ever got the nasty attitude and all that? The hatred you got, whatever it is, keep that on the field. That's what's why he's getting $33 million a year because he has that. Now, if you talking about outside the field, I don't want to. You can talk about that. I'm just talking about strictly with this situation, this incident. The fan and him. I don't know about outside of the sport because when you're outside the walls and you're a regular person walking around, we all do wrong stuff. We all do wrong stuff. If it's anger, not anger. I'm just strictly talking about football. That's a whole other topic.
I think you're applying too much logic to an emotionally charged situation, and it's just it's not fair. I think it's.
In the moment, I completely understand going in and standing on your respect. I just think overall, you do have to try to get better at regulating your emotions.
I don't understand it.
You have to get better at regulating your emotions.
DK's not. You know how many football players have played football? You know how many football players played this Sunday? About 1,400. How many went to the stands and grabbed somebody? About 1,400 played. You know how many played on this Saturday and this Sunday? But DK's the only one.
Were the Patriots at home? No, they weren't. They would have heard some crazy stuff in Boston.
No, like I can't. Like no, but again, you're also talking to somebody who regulates their emotions. So I you know what I mean? Like so, it's different conversation. Anyway, we got super chat.
I'd have loved you talk to Charles Haley like this, like trying to calm him down and all that, because he was a nut.
He was a crazy dude, and him, on and off the field. And
him being a nut is why they were successful. So I'm gonna say it again. That's why Jim Jones. Or Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. The White House, all that. Do all that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to win championships. If they control their anger and all that, Care Bear could never brag about championships. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to take the Dr. Doolittle hat off and be a gangster. There's nothing wrong with it.
Dr. Doolittle.
In football, I mean, I want to recruit those types of guys to come play at my school. I'll be honest with you.
Did he inadvertently call you Norbit just now? He said it like an Eddie Murphy. He tried to. I don't know.
He doing what you doing.
He being messy,
Yeah,
no. Trey,
yo. You can't instigate. You and the Bear can't instigate. Drake and Josh, I can't instigate.
We got a $50 super chat from Afro Thunder said, yes, an individual fan isn't more important than a player, but fans as a whole are just not, if not more important than players. Their fandom and love for the game pays players' salaries. If he didn't call DK out of his name, you can't stop a fan from fanning. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. But
that fan going to be gone. He's never going to come back to a game. Watch.
That's what I think.
DK Metcalf going to be playing next week.
But also, if you look at the video, it was crazy because there was actually a security guard there, and man's just like, wow, he didn't try to.
He fired too.
Yeah, he got to go too. Yeah,
nothing, bro.
Just a lot of nothing.
They just be standing.
Blackheart said, let me get this straight. We want to say F the fans, but yesterday, how many people were saying wild stuff to Care Bear? He just ate it, paused, and didn't go crazy. So are we all going to say sorry to Care Bear and keep it 100? Players matter most? Question mark.
That's my point.
Care Bear ain't on no football field. What?
We in a
controlled environment.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and if one of those fans walked in here and said some of the crazy stuff to Care Bear's face, I would be highly shocked if Care Bear just stood behind the bar and was like, "Yeah, he's gonna turn into Angry Bear real quick."
I just think a part of playing sports is dealing with it. You make $35 million. You can't deal with somebody saying you suck.
Acho, for you to ignore the humanism in this is crazy because you are a big human guy. So humans make errors. They have feelings. They have real emotions. To regulate those, I got to deal with such and such on the field talking trash to me. Then I got to go to the bench and I got to deal with a fan who ain't never put no cleats on. They never got laces.
Man.
Here's what real quick.
I think that's why he said, though, this is because it's DK Metcalf,
Yes.
who has
Yes.
shown time and time again.
Yes.
He hasn't
That
like
is-
so
so
like
here's-
this
here's-
is
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. So, as a fan, knowing DK Metcalf's reputation, why would you try that individual?
Because my desire as a fan is to get DK out of his game. I think DK sucked today, if I'm not mistaken. Like, DK had an awful game. It's a must-win game for Detroit. Y'all in Detroit, we got to win this. If I can get DK out of his game, I want to do that. Here's my real dilemma. I just haven't seen the emotional growth from DK that I desire to see as a football player and as a human. Quay Walker came on our show, and Quay Walker is a hot head. And I asked him, I said, hey, bro, DK poked you in the eye, why didn't you respond? He said, bro, I've been trying to mature, bro. He said, I've been talking to people. I've been trying to take those next steps. Like, I've been trying to level up. He's like, the old me? Oh, it would go back and rewatch the clip. Old
Quay
me,
Walker not playing
it
any
would've been
softer on the football field, bro.
No,
He's
he's just learned how to regulate his emotions for the betterment of his team because he's been ejected before. He's been fined before. I just want to see we grow physically. We work out in the weight room. We grow spiritually. We got little Bible studies and whatnot. Can we not grow emotionally too? That's my
But you wouldn't know that though.
Yeah, the
if
Packers-
this fan is nagging him the whole game, and DK
Man.
just sits there and ignore it, you don't know that he did that because that doesn't get news. That
I'd be
doesn't make
crazy.
news.
have you ever had a serving job?
I have not. No,
Bro, has anyone in here worked in the service industry? Bro, I worked as a damn waiter, a bay host.
I worked
at
in retail,
Top
but-
Golf.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how much I had to hear old rich men come in there and just completely disrespect me, dehumanize me, all that type of stuff. Sometimes you just got to eat that and just keep going. Just keep pushing throughout your day. Take the disrespect because why? I need this job. I have to be able to pay bills at the end of the day. That's what being a grown ass man is sometimes.
Correct.
And I understand. I could have gone and smacked the shit out of someone for saying something crazy to me, but there's real consequences and there's things that I can't do after that.
And sometimes you have to.
But
None of
my-
that old man's friends
look,
that you would have smacked would have came in and disrespected you.
if they would have said the same thing to me in the parking lot, if they and I didn't have my work uniform on, we're having a different conversation.
But the
But
difference-
they wouldn't do that because I'm in the situation that I'm in.
But the
they
difference
don't do
is-
that because DK's on the field. And hold up,
Correct.
And look, being a server, being a football player, two completely different things. I understand that a football player does have a large point of importance, but I can't say just because you make $33 million, you have to respond this way to anyone that disrespects you. No, you can regulate your emotions and work harder to be able to control yourself in these types of situations.
Shady, last thought for
I'm good.
All right,
let's get to the last combo. We'll get out
moving
of
forward. Last thing we got to talk about. The chat was calling for it, man. Shedeur Sanders struggled a little bit today, man.
He did.
Shedeur Sanders threw. I got this tweet pulled up. Shedeur Sanders has thrown an interception in at least 4 of his 5 starts for Cleveland this season. We got a clip of the interception right here. Has just been struggling in this game from time to time. This one was right off of Quinshon Judkins. He had another one where he kind of forced it, I believe, on on a screen. It's been a little bit tough for Shedeur, and we've, been very, very positive about Shedeur as of late since he's gotten the starting job. Do you guys think that we're taking it too easy on Shedeur Sanders?
Shedeur hasn't been great. He hasn't even been good. He's shown promise. If we want to level it out, Jackson Dart hasn't been great, and he ain't been good at all. He sucked today. Cam Ward ain't been great really either. The one rookie quarterback that's been great is Tyler Shuck. We just don't really talk about him. Tyler Shuck got 4 wins on the season, 3 losses. Like, he's actually been great. Shedeur's been a guy. He's been a guy. He's been a rookie. My tension with Shedeur is this. Shedeur just doesn't have the luxury of not being great because of where he was drafted. Cam Ward's number 1 overall. Cam Ward's starting next year regardless. Tyler Shuck, he's played great. He's going to be okay. Jackson Dart's a first-round pick. Jackson Dart is starting next year regardless. Shedeur, your team has, I believe, 2 first-round picks. So of all the quarterbacks that need to be great, unfortunately for Shedeur, Shedeur's the one that has to be playing great because he has the least invested in him, and he just hasn't been great. Offensive line, they were bad. Quinshon Judkins, he got hurt. Shedeur's out there doing it with a rookie Harold Fannin, with a rookie Isaiah Bond, and with Jerry Jeudy as his number 1. So, let's add context to the entirety of the conversation. But the NFL is a results-oriented league. And right now, Shedeur is getting no better results than Dylan Gabriel was. So the fact of the matter is, he just hasn't been great. Truly, he hasn't been good. He has shown promise.
He a rookie. You know, I never judge rookies, right? If he's the number 1 pick overall or the 5th pick overall or the 55th round pick, he's a rookie. He's going to struggle, right? And then you take he didn't even start the whole year, so he's going to struggle. It comes along with it. I'm waiting to see what he looks like next year. As long as he just showed me keep fighting, right, and getting better and better every game, that's all I care about. I was the same way with Caleb Williams. Everybody want to see this great Caleb Williams from USC as a rookie. I say, yo, slow down. Take it easy. Let him grow. Let him make the mistakes because everything is different. It's funny. I was boxing today, and I was with Le'Veon Bell, right? And we were talking, and we were laughing like, yo, it's crazy how good you are now after year 2, year 3. When you're a rookie, bro, it'd be so hard. So when I've been hearing people talk about rookies and somewhere, I'm like, yo, I could tell you never been a rookie starting because it's one of the hardest things to do. And if you don't believe me, look at Peyton Manning. As great as Peyton Manning is, bro, his rookie, he wasn't like that. He had to learn. And then once you got it, you get comfortable, you get that confidence back, then you'll be a good player. So I think Shedeur, he don't lack confidence, but I do think once he starts playing better and learning the system and next year, I think we'll start to see the Shedeur that we've seen in college.
Everything you're saying is fair. I think the dilemma, Shady, we already know this with Shedeur. Shedeur has to be twice as good to get that opportunity because of where he was drafted. Like Caleb Williams, they're going to give you a long leash. But 5th round picks, I was trying to think about this today, Care Bear, and y'all help me in the Speakeasy, y'all help me in the chat. If you're drafted in the 5th round or later, to my knowledge as a quarterback, you have to be relatively special to keep that job. Like Brock Purdy, he was drafted Mr. Irrelevant, but Brock Purdy was special when he got in there. He wasn't like, all right, he wasn't okay. He was special, had immense talent around him. Weirdly enough, I think Gardner Minshew was drafted in the 6th round out of Washington State. Gardner Minshew was relatively special when he got in there. And that's why Gardner Minshew started in Jacksonville for 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, he started again this year after Patrick Mahomes' injury because, like, he was relatively special, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for a 6th round pick. 5th round picks, for you to get real opportunity, 2-5, you got to be special. You can't have what Shedeur's having. I think Shedeur has maybe 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, or 5 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a 1-4 record. Like, you have to be uniquely special because they don't want to start you. Otherwise, they would have drafted you in the 1st round. That's my biggest concern, I would say, 2-5 or Care Bear. Like,
yeah, well, we're going to find out. You know, I do think that the next coach, because Stefanski's going to get fired, hopefully. But the owner, I think, has a lot to say with Shedeur.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of money coming in for Shedeur. The city's behind him. He's a rookie. He knows how that works. The head coach, like, yo, I want to see give this guy a chance. I think all that next coach is going to matter for Shedeur. And they'll probably draft a quarterback just because you never know, or get somebody free agency to be like a mentor, something like that to him. But I do think he's for the future, though. I think next year we're going to see early in the year if he's going to be for future or not.
I would say this. If we were to remove the names, let me remove the names so people don't get mad at this take. Shedeur has the quarterback for the Browns the last 5 years hasn't done enough to deter me from trying to acquire a starter next season. That's what I would say. I'm not going to say his name so y'all don't get inflamed. But the quarterback who started the last 5 games for the Browns, that tape doesn't look good enough for me to say, yeah, I'm content rolling this in without bringing in another starter or at least more competition. Like, that tape just hasn't been good enough.
But you always want competition. Hobbies, that's their thing. You always need competition in the room. It makes the player better. But you can't take the name away. The name does matter. The attention does matter. The jersey sales matter. The ticket sales matter. All that stuff matters.
Yeah.
And Shedeur, that's his advantage. As an owner, I'm sure the owner said, you know what? Enough for Dylan Gabriel. Let's see what this 12 looks like. I think it's the same thing going forward. They're probably in quarterback in for a competition in depth.
Yeah.
But he going to get a chance to play, though. He has too much going on in his favor.
Yeah. I think the Shedeur situation right now, it's a new symptom. It's a new symptom to an old illness. The Browns are not good enough on the offensive side of the ball. They're just not. On the I believe it was the sack that he ended up taking, Cam Robinson gets his face run through.
Yeah.
Just complete. I mean, like he you want to talk about looking at film and looking how bad a player has played this year? Left tackle for the Browns, you could start right there. The Browns have issues that are bigger than a quarterback. I don't think drafting a Fernando Mendoza or a Dante Moore or whoever it is going to just fix those issues. It's not going to happen.
But then let me ask you this.
I'll say this, though.
Keep going.
What did we really expect him to come in and completely turn this around and look better than a Joe Flacco, a Dylan Gabriel. I think he's done that. I think he's shown he has a higher upside. And from a rookie quarterback, that's what it's supposed to look like. He's not in the same situation as a Gardner Minshew or a Brock Purdy. He's not. He's actually in a situation where he's likely running out there and calling and running an offense that's being put out there by a lame duck head coach. It's just not. It's not fair to hold him to the same standard as other guys that walk into way better situations. Shedeur is not playing that well, and I'm not going to mince words about that. He's not playing that well. But also, what did we expect? Did we expect him to go out there and kill?
Hold on. Let's not be biased, right?
Okay.
And that's what I love about this show. Let's not be biased. Don't hold him to anybody else's standard.
Okay.
Hold him to the standard of Browns quarterbacks.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel. I wish we could do this blind. Dylan Gabriel, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
59.5% completion percentage, 1-5 record. Shedeur Sanders, what does he have? 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
6. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
What
So
is
I
it?
think it's 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns, 8
yeah.
interceptions, 1-4 record, 52% completion percentage.
Yeah.
They're playing with the same players, same coach. Obviously, Shedeur's offensive line has been injured. Dylan Gabriel, he dealt with injuries himself. Don't hold him to a different team standard. Hold him to the same standard. If we can remove the passion and the emotions behind, oh, you just saying this because you hate Shedeur. No. Like, at this point, now we have a sample size. Dylan Gabriel had 7 tugs, 2 picks. Shedeur 6 tugs, 8 picks. Dylan Gabriel 1-5. Shedeur 1-4. Dylan Gabriel had some offensive linemen out. Shedeur has some offensive linemen out. Dylan Gabriel has some games without Quinton Judkins. Shedeur's had games with Quinton Judkins, but without a lineman. Like, the fact of the matter is, if we want to, because we like Shedeur, just say, you know what? Let's just start Shedeur because we like him. Sure. But we don't really have too much significant data. Now, if you want to say upside, I'm with it. And if you want to say Fernando Mendoza's not that good, I'm with it too. But I think now that we're seeing a larger sample size, Shedeur doesn't have, you know what I mean?
I think context matters though here as well. And I'm gonna sound like shady. We can look at the stats, and I get what you're saying. But then also contextually, when we add nuance to the conversation, in 3 of the 5 games that Shedeur has played in, they've been competitive. In 3 of the 5 games that Dylan Gabriel played in, they were not even remotely close to being competitive. Also, today Shedeur Sanders is the leading rusher for the Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. That's not acceptable. That's not winning football. Shedeur Sanders, your pocket passing quarterback, your quarterback who his father said is not a dual threat, wanted that known. They wanted everyone to know, hey, he is a pocket passer. He led the team in rushing today.
But here's
and look, I hear you. Dylan Gabriel didn't look amazing. Shedeur hasn't looked amazing. Joe Flacco didn't look amazing. The offense is bad. Mm-hmm. The offense is bad. Now, when I know that the offense is bad and no quarterback in this system, no matter what, is going to look good, what can I look at? Who's shown the most promise? And even now, to this day, Shedeur Sanders has shown more promise to be developed into something special later on than any other quarterback that they've had.
Yeah, I think Shedeur just has more tools.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. But is it who's shown more promise, or should we be asking who's shown enough promise to get the Browns where they want to get to? You know what I mean? Like, Shedeur being better than Gabriel, duh, he's been better than Gabriel. So, like, we can't give him a gold star for being better than Gabriel.
What position do you think they need to add on to get to a point where they're getting to where they need to? The Browns getting to a winning record faster is not by changing the quarterback, by maybe retooling that offensive line, getting a real number 1 option at wide receiver, having some form of consistency at play calling. You in the past 2 years, you've had to change your play callers in the middle of the season.
It's all that and changing the quarterback. You know what I mean? And by changing the quarterback could just change.
Yeah.
Meaning the quarterback can get better too. So it's all that and either Shedeur getting better, or it's all that and getting better quarterback play.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, you could do everything you just said, but if the Browns have the same quarterback play they've had the last 24 months, it don't matter.
I think if the Cleveland Browns are looking to, they're probably going to be drafting inside the top 5, and you watch the film, who is a bigger outlier on the ass spectrum? It's your left tackle. Mm-hmm. It's not acceptable. And as a Cowboys fan, look, Jerry Jones, you love the way that he's drafted. I love the way that Howie Roseman is drafted. I'm going to make sure that offensive line is okay. Mm-hmm. You need to make sure that offensive line is okay. The best teams in the NFL, they have that offensive line shirt up. The Chicago Bears got back by drafting an offensive line.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to go out there. It's not the sexy pick. It's not what people want a lot of the time. You have to go out there.
Let me give you one more.
And if you want to bring in competition, bring in a Gardner Minshew.
Let me give you one more. What the Commanders do this year. They showed up the offensive line.
Yeah, Larry Tunsil.
But if that quarterback play is bad, Marcus Mariota, it don't really matter what you do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying yes and Care Bear. They go out there and they get Laramie Tunsil. Like the Commanders' offensive line was a strong suit of their team this year.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got nothing. Now, to your point, if you ain't got an offensive line, you don't know if you got a quarterback.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got a quarterback, even if you go pay Laramie Tunsil the highest paid left tackle in football, you still need better quarterback
Well, if
play.
you don't have an offensive line, or you don't have a quarterback, but you also don't have a run game. Browns have figured that out. They have the tight ends now.
Yeah,
you get the
yeah.
wide receiver. They have one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the entire league.
Yeah, very true.
They're one of the few teams that you know for a fact, hey, you don't have a one, and you don't have a guy that can be a one, just at all. There's bigger issues to fix for the Cleveland Browns than just drafting another quarterback. And you want to know why? All they've done is just, hey, draft another quarterback. He's going to fix this. They're taking Brandon Whedon in the first round. They took Johnny Manziel in the first round. Over and over and over again, it's not going to fix the problem. Build a solid foundation around him. Maybe suck for a little bit. Sorry, you have to do that. You do. And then you draft the guy. Look at the situation Justin Fields walked into with the Bears and how that turned out versus the situation Caleb Williams walked into with the Bears. Completely built around him. He doesn't have to look spectacular in year 2 to go win. They got the right coach. They got the right team around him, and they're winning.
But you still need, all that being said, Caleb's still better than Justin. So you do still need the Q.
That's true.
Yes,
I agree.
It's an interesting conundrum. We'll see. I mean,
He hasn't been Justin Fields this year though.
no.
Which is man, that's
But he ain't been great.
no.
He ain't been great.
No.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Been a show, man.
All right.
It has been a show, man.
show.
We've had
Justin
good
Fields come in here
conversations.
and smack us like DK did. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he wouldn't do that. Cool guy. Look, it's been an amazing show. It's been awesome. You know what happens in the Speakeasy. We're coming back in here tomorrow night after Monday Night Football. Y'all can stop laughing at this point, man. That's crazy. What? You didn't even bring up the Ray Lewis comment that Acho had earlier. That was an insane pull. Chat, y'all had me crying after that one. That was wild.
Listen, when he said he was friends with him, all
no,
bets
that
are
was-
off.
that
I
was-
couldn't
that was
say
funny.
anything, but the chat was annihilating y'all for bringing up a emotionally controlling situation and then using Ray Lewis as an example.
Look,
I don't think we
tomorrow
need to
night,
get
though-
into it, but
That was Acho work. I ain't even say a word.
that was pretty crazy.
They said you're going viral. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's probably gonna get clipped.
That was insane.
It may not be good. We may need to get the publicist on the line.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. That was bad.
Hit nerd. It was just this
Oh
whole
no,
show.
we had some wild
We had some
moments
wild
this
Yeah,
show, bro.
it's been a crazy show
Yeah,
today.
this is a crazy
The Ray Lewis is
today.
worse.
No, yours was way.
Nah, this was a cancelable show for
Yo,
sure.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan, actually, we might not want to publish this one.
Yeah,
we might need to
not.
private this
I'm
live.
gonna have to
This
clip
was
some
legit.
stuff out, man.
This is going in the
This
Speakeasy
is out of
archive.
pocket.
Yeah.
If y'all watch this show, consider this like one of those rare shows.
Yep.
They're like,
Yeah.
I watched that show when.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, it was
It's
it
a
was something.
canon event.
Like,
if
it
you
was
were
a
watching.
canon event. Look, tomorrow night we get to see old man Phillip Rivers in prime time taking on Acho's 49ers.
Yeah.
And we're going to be here in the
Bang, bang.
Speakeasy after the game, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. And in the
Say,
Speakeasy, we do not respect
respect
mountain
mountain
time.
We don't.
We just
don't.
don't.
49 are on each side of the field.
It's
tomorrow.
crazy. Oh, yeah.
49. We got
Yo.
Phillip Rivers, 49.
49.
And, we got the San Francisco 49ers.
Exactly what we're about to see. Look,
Can we pregame and watch Drake?
Drake and Josh.
I'm done.
Pre-game, watch Drake and Josh.
Yeah, that was
I know
Yo.
you see. You're watching us Speakeasy and we so wonderful. Yeah, that's the iCarly one. But yeah, no, it's a bunch of good shows. Back in the day. Look, we will see you guys next time for Care Bear Kieran,
is
for LaShawn
crazy.
Shady McCoy, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Hey!
This was Speakeasy. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Peace.